use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the sheets. We came for one month, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but man's keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize, right there's better tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that, stop that, stop that.
Let me ask you something. When is the summer over?
When the kids start having their photos posted on IG because they are going back to school.
There you go. I agree. I think summer is over when kids go back to school. Greg, do kids go to school in the summertime?
They do not. I can tell you officially when summer starts and ends. Summer is June 20th through September 22nd. So we are officially in summer.
That did not go the way that you thought it was going to go.
It's summertime.
What a twist.
It's summertime.
Were you doing the math in your head whether we were still in summer?
I mean, I'm just.
What a swerve.
I'm trying to be fair here. I'm trying to be fair.
All right, so you're not wearing a wig somehow, though. This is the most embarrassing fit you've had on your head. all
Why?
summer.
What's wrong with this?
Dude, I don't
It's
know.
a good-looking hat here.
I never
It's
understood.
the flex fit. It's the flex
backwards
fit, yeah.
flex fit is insane. I don't know how you do it.
Flex, you mean
The stretchy flex fit hats.
Well, you can't have the backwards hat with the
snapback?
Oh, that's a good
right,
look.
with the
The snapback,
Yeah.
that is the look.
Then you got the deal sticking out.
Yeah, well,
Now,
you don't have
I
you
don't
have
because
the deal.
I'm lacking in that department these days.
Yeah, but if you're a full-headed bald dude like you are, that works too. Everyone, it's implied.
No,
that
you want
got
some
nothing
hair,
to-
though. I'm with Zaz on this. You do want some hair to pull off the backward snapback.
It looks best with hair, but
that forehead in between is not a great. I trust me, as the entradas, I have a lot of forehead on the. I don't do the backward snapback.
I think having the hair sticking out, I think that's a weird look.
Well, plus
Buddy.
you have the hat low on your forehead.
Yeah, that's right.
Like it's just over the eyebrow.
That's my look.
no.
Yeah.
The
I
issue
mean,
is it's cop behavior.
yeah, you look like an
Really?
undercover
Like if you're
cop.
driving next to me, I'm like trying to make sure that I'm on the up and up, make sure I don't look at
I'm
this
looking
guy.
like a narc.
Yes, you look like this is a sting operation to find ticket scalpers.
Right.
And you're holding two fingers in the air.
You should be walking through a high school hallway right now, pretending to be the hip senior.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be bullied into changing my look.
No, this is your look. It's
This is my look.
undeniably
We're just
Zaz.
telling you though.
All right.
Of course, we're showing Fuentes now with his backward snapback. Yeah. It's a
Hey,
good
he's got
look.
and he's got the deal. I don't know.
He's got a good lid.
But like even with Christo, you're wearing the fitted hat. You can throw the fitted hat around, and we know, okay, fitted hat.
That's a grandfathered look. Chris Cote and Fred Durst, they can do that.
Yeah, I like how Chris looks. Like he just turned it around.
This was my look at the beginning.
I like that look.
I switched the hat around probably like 6 years ago.
Look at that. That's nostalgic for me right there. That's
Yeah.
like
Sign of
Griffey Jr.
maturity.
taking BP right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, me too. I look like Griffey Jr.
No, you do not.
yeah.
Oh,
You
You
know
should
it's
do a
ill-fitting.
goatee,
Okay,
like
good.
Ken Griffey Jr. Like you should save the sides, come in tomorrow with a goatee, maybe dye it black. Then you'd be not looking like a cop.
Yeah, definitely not looking like a cop that way. Maybe some sunglasses. Definitely won't
Yeah.
look more
Oakleys,
like
they have to be Oakleys.
Yeah,
though.
Oakley's wraps.
I dare you to turn your head around right now, because I've never seen you with a hat with the brim forward.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that. Hang on a
Okay,
second.
hang on.
That's no big deal.
This might look better here. Let's see.
Yeah.
How you load up?
You still look like a cop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I look more like a cop
That's
now.
just his face.
I look like a crooked cop.
Yeah.
But we like those.
Yeah, we down here
Don't
in
let
this
us go.
town.
It's
Don't
Miami.
let us go.
Come on.
All right. Well, I'm going back to my look.
Okay, patent pending.
They both look bad.
All right. Well, summer's over. Hope everyone enjoyed the.
That was a hell of a run, Zaz.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good
Thank
run.
you. Thank you very much.
nice.
All
really
right.
ate into our wig budget.
Those were wigs?
Can I tell you, yesterday I got a ton of messages on social media, Instagram, Twitter, with people thanking us as a group, thanking us for the PSA of turning off the location services, this new feature on Instagram. Now, Greg, I'll just ask you. You got the gram?
I'm on Instagram, but not actively.
Okay, so you're probably okay.
Yeah. Others do that for me.
But Tony wasn't here yesterday.
I have no idea what's going on, boys.
Okay, well, we're going to help you out now, man. I got a ton of messages from people yesterday. Zaslow, thank you so much for telling me about this. I'm turning the location off right now. On your Instagram, they instituted a new feature. I think it was like 6 or 7 days ago, where there's you can click on a map on the direct messages, and on the map, it shows, like, go to your direct messages on Twitter, and one of the features up top will be a map, and you click on the map, and it'll show you where every one of your friends is located in the moment, including maybe yourself. And not just like what city you're in, but it'll take you to the direct address, like to your home. It's essentially like Google Maps, and you could see where the person is. Who the hell needs that, right? You don't want that.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? Of course you don't like that. What
Invasion.
are you? Yeah, you don't like that. So everyone in this room was shook, yes, especially Jeremy.
I was really upset.
He was really shook. And people were learning. Everyone in the room, look, Greg, everyone is double checking right now.
I'm checking
to make sure that they don't have this on.
You checking, that's funny.
What am I looking for? Like
exactly.
A map logo? What am I looking for?
Yeah, just go to Google and put Greg's location and turn it off.
Zaz, I will say I haven't updated the app though, the Instagram app in the last week or so.
So you maybe
you're
okay.
I don't have it. I don't see the map. I'm looking through like my DMs with Lewis, and I don't see anything.
Okay, all right.
So I
maybe
may be
you're
off
okay.
the hook. But the thing is, if I update it, then all of a sudden, then it shows up.
Well, but at least you know now. You know, you got the heads up. That's a hot tip right there, all right? You got the hot tip to turn that off. So I got a ton of messages from people yesterday who were so grateful that we put this PSA out there.
Wow.
Greg, you don't want people to be on, like, Instagram and they're friends with Greg Cote on Instagram, and then they see where you live?
I don't want my relatives and friends to know where I live.
There you go.
But I've said before on this air, there's no privacy anymore. Everybody's looking at all times. Everybody can find out where you are. You know, they're tracking your car. I mean, it's like Big Brother is watching. That was a fortuitous novel generations ago, and it turned out to be true. Everybody's watching us.
So it was a little bit scary yesterday, but I feel like we helped people out that if you don't want to be found, I don't want you to be found.
Right.
That's what the bottom line is. Jeremy, you have a gift for Greg Cote today?
I do. We had a fun conversation on the show the other day where Greg revealed that his first date was to Pizza Hut. And he sat on the same side of the booth as his now wife, Arlene.
Was that a planned move, or was it like when you were walking up to the booth and she sits down first, of course, because you're a gentleman,
right?
And you're like, you know what? I'm just going right in. Like, was it a planned move, or it was just on the spot?
It was me trying to be romantic, trying to do the right thing. I barely knew her at this time.
So you're on the outside, correct? She sits down and you pin her in.
So I'm trying to think in a split second.
So get up in that microphone.
I'm trying to think in a split second, what would she want? Like, what should I do? Because I was flummoxed.
So when you were thinking, what would she want? Your thought was me right next to her.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that we couldn't look at each other and talk. We had to go like this and talk to each other. And since then, she was polite on that date. I don't think she mentioned anything.
Yeah, she makes fun of him to this day.
Oh, after the fact.
Anytime she sees like another couple doing it, she's like, "Your dad did that on the first date with like a weird."
I know. I mean, we learned to laugh about it, but at the time it was pretty awkward. And
ultimately,
and we've never
Greg,
done that again. Never.
Greg, it was a huge story. It impacted me. I was really moved by this first date. And so I was scrolling Twitter. One of my favorite accounts is Shirts That Go Hard. And there was this little beauty that I just felt I had to get for you. So, Greg, with the Pizza Hut logo, it says... Biggest slut at the Hut.
Wow.
And this is just for you. I'm going to go ahead and walk it into the studio if you want to throw it on. This is a gift from me to you.
For
Greg?
For Greg.
Cody.
Not for
This
Arlene.
is for you.
You're not calling Chris's mother a slut,
I'm
right?
calling Greg a
kinda came
slut.
off as.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Greg, you ignorant slut. Biggest slut at the Hut.
Like
Greg
this.
Cody. I'm
Nobody.
going to bring this into you. This is for you. Your size and everything. I reached out to Christopher.
Nobody
Come
else
bring that
thinks
in
it's
here.
a
Come
slut.
on. Let's
What
go.
an honor.
Look at that. A big
my
shirt. It's got the
God.
Pizza Hut logo. Could be a little copyright infringement there. I'm not sure.
Don't worry about
Don't
that.
worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Copyright.
Oh, there,
There, you're good.
You're
You
good.
own it.
You
Wow.
can use that now. Don't
That's
worry.
yours.
Pretty
Play
good.
us. Good move. Good
No
value
infringement.
Look at this. Thank
Look
you
at
so
that.
much.
Greg, you got to put it on like the guys at the Heat games where they put the jersey on over the shirt. You got
Yeah.
to put it on over that
go.
shirt. So you have the
Like
collar.
over this.
Yeah.
Over the headphones too.
So you have the collar coming out of the shirt.
Okay.
When's the last time you were called a slut, Greg?
Yeah.
I don't know that I ever have been.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Isn't that a word applied to women? And
What was your
Whoa.
okay?
I'm just saying.
What was your sluttiest
Equality
year?
here, all right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Men can be sluts.
What was
too.
your sluttiest year?
When I dumped my longtime girlfriend to pick up your mother.
Oh, hey.
What is long time?
I've been dating
Talking
her
to-
several years. I've been
And you
dating
dumped her
several years.
specifically because you wanted
Yeah,
to.
I was smitten.
How about that?
And my future wife also dumped her boyfriend of long standing.
So you
It was
both
quite a
cheated.
scandal.
You can't hear
Yeah,
me
was
right
this
now.
before or after the Pizza Hut situation?
I don't think
He
Greg
can't hear
can
us,
hear
yeah.
you.
Well, it had to be after,
was this
right?
was this was before or after the romance at Pizza Hut?
Before.
Before. Okay.
Wait a minute. So you went on a date with mom before? Wait, let me wait till he puts
That looks
you
damn
went on
good
a
on you,
date
Greg.
with mom before you officially broke up with your ex? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I think we'd broken up first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was no like who cheated more, you or mom?
When you were
Well,
together.
we were cheating with each other, so it's like a tie.
That's what I mean. So you
Tie
both
goes
were
to the
cheating.
right.
Nice.
Yeah.
The two biggest sluts at the
Yeah.
Hut.
Yeah.
No, it was controversy at the time.
Wow.
Who
Yeah.
did you almost get into a physical altercation with her ex?
No, but we actually became awkward friends.
I know. Didn't he like visit us once and like slept
Oh,
at our
yeah.
house?
Yeah,
that
and-
was weird.
and-
I remember thinking that was weird. At like 18, my mom my ex boyfriend's gonna be staying with us
Right.
for a couple days.
And right after the breakup, we were both tennis players at the time, and we played tennis.
For mom?
It was a real challenger's moment.
The guy and me.
No, for mom. Like you played tennis.
No.
Was it doubles, singles?
It was singles, and I
Swap
had already,
partners,
I had
or-
already won your mother.
What surface?
It was a hard surface at FAU.
Of course it was.
And it was, but he hit a hard shot that hit me right in the private region, and for years, like I was worried that it was an issue down there because well,
For
I-
years?
What made you think that, Greg? What made you think
For
that?
years?
Were things working all right? Everything was coming out
A little
normal?
painful?
Was this intentional?
there was a time when
Yeah, did the ball hit you on a bounce or straight?
it hit me straight.
Also, maybe you did it on purpose.
I'm not alleging that, but I am implying it.
Did it
Pre
hit,
Christopher, post Christopher.
so it'd be
Oh,
pre.
pre.
Did it hit
Oh,
the twig or
wow.
the berries?
It hit the berries, and
That's why he's worried. That's
For-
why he was worried for 10 years.
for a couple of
Yeah.
years after that, one berry was noticeably bigger than the other,
Really?
which
Okay.
concerned me. But I had it looked into, and it was okay.
Barry
Doc
Bonds.
said everything good?
Yeah, berry bonds. Well done. Yes, so everything's good. Nice shirt, though. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Jeremy is so thoughtful. What
Thanks,
a
Greg.
wonderful
He
person.
gave you a shirt that's calling you a slut.
I know, but still,
Nah,
it's a
it's
thought
to
that counts.
celebrate the moment.
It's fun.
I'm still confused about this dynamic in this relationship. So there was just a sleepover one day.
Yeah, why did he visit us?
Because your mother has continued
An open relationship?
Yeah, whereas I and my girlfriend have not continued. I've Googled her occasionally, like I know
Is she still with us?
she is still with us.
Is that what you do? You Google exes just to make sure you're doing better?
No, not to like where is she living? What's she doing? She's got two grown
Check her
daughters.
Instagram
and-
now. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do that kind of thing.
She got a
yeah.
podcast?
No, she's the only one in America who doesn't.
Are you doing better than her?
I don't know how to define better.
Yes, you do.
No.
Well, you have a podcast, she doesn't, so.
Well, she worked at a prominent Southern university, had a good job. I don't know whether she's still working or retired. That's how old I am.
You should get her
You-
as a
you-
guest on the Greg Cody show.
Oh yeah.
That would be weird.
No, we should
Yeah,
actually.
we haven't spoken.
Or
in
mom's ex.
40 years.
Mom's still close with her ex, so we could have him on.
Well, he would be on. Yeah.
That doesn't bother you.
On what?
No. No, it doesn't bother me in the least. He's a nice guy.
How many Green Eye Shade awards does she have?
I don't know that she's won one. But as Le Batard casually said, I forget whether I won one or not. Did I win one or two? And turns out he won two to one-up me. That's okay. No resentment. No, it's all good.
Biggest slut at the Hut.
Why did they make shirts like this? What does this even mean?
I don't know.
Is that
People
like a
will buy
What's
it.
implied?
I don't
what
think
it
it's
means.
very
Yeah.
deep.
Shirts
Like,
that
I
go
don't
hard.
think-
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know what it means.
Yeah.
Like, there's not. You
No,
don't
but
have
is
to
that a
think
There's no
saying?
nuance
Is that
there.
It
a
is a
saying?
saying.
It is?
Yeah, all the kids are saying
Yeah.
it these days.
Biggest slut at the Hut?
Yeah,
Wow.
It's on TikTok.
pop culture lexicon fixture.
Wow. I didn't
Messing
know
with
that.
you.
I
We're
didn't know
we're
that.
messing. I've never heard the phrase until I
Oh,
saw it there, and I find
okay.
it contextually supplementary.
Right.
But that's yours now. Now you have to be careful how often you use it because I don't know if you heard. Maybe it was when you were taking your headphones off. Billy owns the rights.
Yeah, but it's okay. I granted it to you. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Don't
You
worry.
sure? I'll have you sign a disclaimer after the show.
You should take a selfie and send it to Erlene. Say, look what I got.
I should, actually.
Remember the days?
I am going to do that. Next break, I'll send it to her. If she gets back to me, it'll be a laugh, because she'll probably know what this means.
I think she'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I hope so.
Wait, what does it mean? What happened at the hut?
I think it will just reel her mind back to that day and our first date and how
romance.
awkward it was.
What happened after that day? Was there
Yeah.
like a movie after? A little walk on?
Let's talk
recall.
baseball terms. What base are we thinking?
Well, what year are we here? Well, we got to understand the times. What
Yeah.
year are we here?
I would say we had just broken up with our partners
Debatable.
a couple of weeks earlier.
Was it one of those where it's like, hey, I broke up with my girlfriend. Hey, I broke up with my boyfriend.
I don't remember the chronology of that particular thing, but I do remember there was a campus bar called the Rathskeller.
Oh, yeah.
We all called it the Rat.
Ah, the rat.
And our first real date, just one-on-one, was at the Rathskeller. But the Pizza Hut was the first one where we were like off campus and more of a couple type date.
What'd you just do with your fingers there?
You know, more of a couple type.
Ooh, okay. So some light fingering. Nice.
No, not yet.
No?
No, come
Ah,
on,
you
it's
can
the
tell
first
us.
date.
Not
I mean, Chris, you
gentleman.
want to vomit.
We're
right
not
now.
talking
Not
about. We're not
yet?
talking about at
Not
Pizza
yet.
Hut. We're talking about after.
How many
gentleman.
dates? How many dates until that happened?
Isn't it so great? Where so you
Not
were
many.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Scallywag.
So I guess they don't just give out that shirt.
He's a coxman.
So you were how old at that time? Like you're in college. So how old are you? 19, 20?
I would say 19 or 20.
Okay,
yeah.
19 or 20 years old. You're on a first date. You want to impress the girl. You took her to Pizza Hut, which I think is a great move. But still,
At the time, it was a better move.
But still, it's Pizza Hut. It's so funny when you go back and you think about the like. I remember where I used to take girls on a date when I was in college, like restaurants that you thought were like, "Ooh, this is a nice place." Like
the Olive Garden.
Well, Olive Garden was
Yeah.
a great spot to take it.
Big one.
Let's go to a nice Italian restaurant, on a date. Like I took a girl one time in Gainesville. Went to a nice steakhouse. You want to know which steakhouse that was?
Sizzler.
Outback.
Yeah.
Went to a really nice
Bloomin'
steakhouse.
Onion.
No rules, just right.
Yeah.
Outback.
Wow.
She was impressed, I bet.
Have you had the Motzi's at Outback, by the way?
No way.
Yeah, dude, the fried boomerangs, they're really good. Makes it tough to have a cheese pool, because it's unconventional. It's V-shaped. Yeah. It's like a boomerang.
Yeah, that's weird. Do they still have the Bloomin' Onion?
That's their go-to.
Yeah.
Is it still? I mean,
Come
it was
on.
20
In
years
fact,
ago. I don't know. I
The
haven't
fried
been-
boomerangs,
Come on.
the batter that they
Yeah,
use,
you know.
same batter as a bloomin' onion.
So is the Rathskeller like a chain? Because that's like a thing at UM too. The Rat.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about UM actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, FAU had one as well.
FIU had a Rathskeller too. I don't know if
Okay.
they still do, but they did when I was
They have a Chili's too.
going to online classes there.
The one at FAU was like as you might gather from the name, was like a vaguely German type feel,
Yeah.
Why are you dancing when you say that?
No, I went to.
It's vaguely.
The last time I went to the Rathskeller, there's a brand new Rathskeller at UM, but I went to like the old one. It was for the SummerSlam that Shawn Michaels won the World Heavyweight title for. You want to talk about a pop?
You remember that, right, Greg?
That was great. I think Rey Mysterio also debuted and had a banger against Kurt Angle.
Yeah, we
the
all
whole place
remember
went
that
wild.
one. Yeah.
So I wanna get into a little bit of Dolphins here with you guys. Is Darren Waller ever gonna play for the team?
Probably not.
Like I it's starting to feel to me. So Mike McDaniel's being asked, every few days now about Darren Waller, who has not participated in a single practice yet. Remember, it kind of came out of nowhere where they need a tight end. I mean, they traded away Jonnu Smith, which I think was the right move, but they needed a tight end, and they went and they brought in Darren Waller. He's been retired for 2 years.
Yeah.
He was really good at one point, but he's been retired for a couple years. And Mike McDaniel yesterday says Darren Waller is not ready to practice right now. He doesn't want him jumping into a joint practice because they're doing the joint practices right now with the Detroit Lions. Doesn't want him jumping into a joint practice out of retirement.
Right.
Which I guess makes sense, but I don't know. The closer we get to actual games, he's going to jump into a real NFL game out of retirement.
When they signed Darren Waller, I immediately said, and Le Batard sitting where you are raving about him, as I recall, and I'm like, wow, he's older, he's been retired, he's got some, distant but still off-field baggage in his past. They should have gone after Noah Fant, who is 5 years younger, ended up signing with Cincinnati. Like, Darren Waller.
That would have been that would have got us excited. Noah Fant.
I mean,
No.
he's not bad though.
but more than Darren
Fant,
Waller. But
sorry.
more than Darren Waller.
Well, I think it's just about having someone who could play the position.
Or could play at all. I mean, the old saying, the best ability is availability. When you sign a guy who hasn't played in 2 years and he's immediately hurt,
Well, no, he's not hurt. It's just he's not ready.
okay.
He's
He's had 2 years to get ready. What are you doing?
Not playing football, not getting ready.
He was retired.
Okay, yeah.
But now he's back.
making
and
music.
You figure that he's working out on his own. He's trying to get his body up to conditioning, right?
Yes.
You're out of football for 2 years. Your cardiovascular is not going to be the same thing. So I get the point of holding him out of joint practice to see under your roof to see how he's going to fight and figure out how to be an NFL tight end again. So I'm not super worried.
Did he have like any intention of playing football? Like it seems like they just knocked him.
It
They're
came
like,
out of
by the way, we
nowhere.
just traded for you. Like you're back. And
It
he's like,
came out of
"Oh."
nowhere.
But like, what is the point of this? If this is going to be such a to do and like such an effort just to get him on the field, and you have no idea if he's going to be good or not.
And by the way, may I say, Jonnu Smith, who they traded, had a great season, the former FIU Panther.
It was a career season for him.
He had a great season last year. In fact, I may have been the only one, but I actually voted for him as the team's offensive MVP.
Wow.
So that was a big deal. And when they traded him, that left a big void that they absolutely have not filled.
Well, that was a money thing, though. They didn't want to pay him.
No,
It
you're
wasn't
right.
because they were unhappy. They just didn't want to pay him what he wanted.
Exactly, but sometimes you got to balance what you really need the most.
Want to earn, got to want to learn.
Exactly.
I actually think that's the biggest thing this season is last year defenses were like, you're not going deep on us. And because of that, Jonnu Smith ate all season because teams were just like, go ahead, take it. I want to see Mike McDaniel adjust this year. Can he get Waddle and Tyreek back to that with these adjust to the adjustment?
Right.
Because that if our tight end is having another good season this year, that's probably not a great sign for the Dolphins.
It just felt like he's been out schemed offensively where he's like, all right, we're going to do deep ins. Nobody's going to see it coming. And then remember that game where the Chargers just dropped back their linebackers and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, Tyreek can't get open. Like, what's
blueprint.
going on here? Waddle's kind of always hurt every game going in and out. And now you look at Tyreek Hill off the field issues. Now you look at kind of his decline. He's, 31 years old now.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of miles on him. Is he going to play to the level that he's been playing the last 2, 3, 4 years in this system? Tua can't go deep because the offensive line doesn't give him enough time. Like, where's the scheme win here?
If I'm McDaniel, if I'm that offense, I'm throwing quick slants to Waddle in space and allowing him to use his speed. I'm pitching the ball out to Achane rather than running him up the middle as if he's 230 pounds. There are ways to utilize somebody's speed by giving it to them in space, which they haven't done a lot in the past year.
I hate doing the whole, jumping off of what Tony was just saying about being out schemed. I hate doing the whole, he didn't make adjustments. The coach, McDaniel's got to make adjustments. He's clearly a defense. They figured out the Dolphins. He hasn't. We don't know what's going on in the halftime adjustment. We don't. Maybe they gave adjustments and the players weren't counting it out properly. We don't know what adjustments are being made or not being made. But I will say, it's had an entire offseason now to figure out why defenses were week in and week out able to stop what was once an incredible Dolphins offense. We better get to this season after an entire offseason of him being able to look at what went wrong last year and better not be seeing that again.
I mean, 2 years ago, Mike McDaniel is the wonderkind of the league. They have the most exciting offense in the NFL. They just scored 70 points on Denver. They're the talk of the league.
Now he's a yammerer.
2 years later,
Well, yeah, his
he's
act
under
ain't so
pressure.
cute when they're not so good anymore,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Which we called. At the time,
Chris
we were
Cote
like,
called it.
I was like, I love this now. This won't be cute. And I'll tell you, it's not.
It's not.
Every answer, I'm like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Well, the thing with him, too, though, every time you bring in someone new, they now need to learn this offensive scheme. And then they're trying to catch up, and they're not on the same
Well,
page.
Tyreek Hill's going into his 4th year with the Dolphins, and the first day of camp, he said, I'm finally starting to understand the offense.
That's insane. There's been so many crazy quotes at Dolphins training camp this offseason. You're like, this does not feel like this season is going to go well.
It doesn't.
Tua just found his voice. It's like he's been a captain for 3 years.
$280 million deal.
Just now he's fighting. Just now him and Tyreek are on the same page. What's going on here?
Well, I don't know that they're on the same page.
I mean, well, I have evidence that suggested they were on the same page when Tyreek Hill had one of the great seasons of all time for this franchise. I'm going to come out and say this, theorize, might not be super bright. Tyreek Hill. Just There's enough. You may dub it circumstantial, but I think it's mounting.
You're going to take the under?
On
intelligence?
Yeah. I'm going under.
Wow. Okay.
It's just the Darren Waller thing is reminding me, it feels like the Dolphins have done this before, where they go out and they get the guy and they give him money, and he does literally, like they got taken for a ride.
I hear you, and usually that is a sign to a player that has expectation. This guy hasn't played football in a while, and I think Greg hit Dan with a hard dose of reality when people got excited about seeing Darren Waller. As a former All-Pro, had a tremendous couple of seasons at the tight end position, but he's quick to remind us, like, this guy, last time we saw him in a football uniform, he wasn't always available, and he wasn't certainly effective. And it's been a couple of years since then. And on social media, it's kind of a punchline because of the rap career. Why attach any sort of expectation to this guy? If he makes a team, it'd be against the odds.
The Dolphins did the same thing a couple of years ago with Odell Beckham.
Last year.
Was it just last year?
It was that forgettable.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. It was. But yet it's the same story. You're trying to resurrect and exhume the ashes of a career.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Beckham, who totally took them for a ride. Like, they paid him, I don't know, it was at least $10 million. They paid him, and he had 9 catches last year.
Right.
But again, he was playing football the year prior. Like, he was in the Super Bowl and got hurt the year prior. So it's like he actually was playing. Do you think you figure Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, all these guys in the front office called Darren Waller and said, hey, we're thinking of making something happen here. Are you ready to go? It's not the kid on his couch where he's like pointing at himself like, wait, me? You guys
I love that meme.
You guys are picking me up? I haven't played football. I don't know. I'm rapping. What do you want me to do?
It's a cross your fingers signing. It's just hoping upon hope that somebody who used to had for a couple of years pretty good, 5 years later, still good? Probably not.
Speaking of Odell Beckham, do you guys see what happened with Odell Beckham yesterday?
No.
What now?
What do you
Oh, shoot. Did I get got to?
So Odell Beckham was in, I wouldn't call it a Twitter beef, but he got a little riled up on Twitter yesterday, Odell Beckham Jr., because Adam Schefter tweeted out, hold on a second. That's Adam Shelfer, all right? Adam Shelfer.
Oh, wow, this got me.
That's right. Adam Shelfer tweeted out, after 10 seasons in the NFL, Odell Beckham Jr. has decided to retire. Beckham Jr. played for the Giants, Browns, Rams, Ravens, and Dolphins. He announced Tuesday. And attached to Adam Shelfer's tweet is a picture of, I assume it's Odell Beckham. His back's to us. It's a sweet picture of Odell Beckham with, I also assume it's his son. And they're sitting on the parking lot outside MetLife Stadium, which, can I tell you something? I was at MetLife Stadium last week, and that place is a dump. But anyway, you got Adam Shelfer, who tweets that out, and then Odell Beckham responds directly to the Adam Shelfer account. And he responds with, no, seriously, please stop reading everything on the internet and stop texting me happy retirement before you piss me off. That will get no response. I promise you the day I'm done, I will let you know. Again, if you text me happy retirement, I'm just going to have to block you. Thanks.
This was a smart job by whoever runs that account because they put an adorable picture of him and what looks like his son looking at the state. So, like, that got all my attention.
Yeah, good
I was
photo.
like, aw. Yeah. I'd never even, got to, let me make sure. Because it seems so harmless. It got me, 100%. I didn't retweet it, but I saw it and thought he was retired.
The reason that ruse worked is that, and I don't know if it did, but the reason it worked.
Well, no, it did because Adam Shelfer's tweet was engaged with 4.4 million times.
Wow. Okay, so the reason it worked is that Odell Beckham Jr. is the perfect example if you're playing the game retired or not retired. He's
it's like the timing you would expect him to retire about now.
Yeah,
he's trying to get a job this offseason.
Right.
He can't. I'm going to retire.
And there are certain players around the league who are in that category.
You want to maybe
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller would have been one.
Should the Greg Cote show get out there with a fake report?
Retired or not retired?
Should we put out Greg Cote has retired and a picture of me and you looking at the Kaseya Center?
That would be funny with our back to the camera on an
recreate that.
On an
Should be the two of you outside highlight
on an empty parking lot.
Draft on Monday, Chris. Lock in.
You guys got to get Manu again?
Don't
Manu
ask.
is back.
Oh my lord.
Manu is back.
What do you guys
You
learn?
guys don't get how it works.
You don't understand.
You guys
Fire
don't.
Mike
Neither do we.
Fuentes.
You guys
Fire
don't
Mike
know
Fuentes.
Pelota. I mean, from your lips.
How old is Manu? Is he like 45?
That's the prime.
Good Lord.
Fuentes, yes.
That's a prime for an elite
Is it?
backcourt player.
Really? I think you got to hire Joey. Like, bring back Joey.
Bring back
My
Joey.
friend?
No, the famous highlight
Yeah.
Joey.
So do you get one keeper and you kept Manu again?
We have more than one keeper. We brought back Iñaki, who is great for us. Number 69 in the programs, number 1 in your hearts. We just brought back 2 players. We had the top pick because we were the worst team. Manu would have been the number 1
What do you think a big
pick if
problem
we
is?
didn't have
Players or ownership?
Players. Yeah,
Classic
players.
Amin.
Definitely the players. But ownership did take some
Passing
accountability.
that buck.
But you also draft essentially the same team except 2 people every season, and
Yeah.
you're surprised that you get the same
Billy,
result every
there are
year.
5 teams in the league.
It's hard
and there's
to-
26 guys in the league. Like, what do you want from us?
Yeah, there are guys on our team that we wanted to bring back that are good, but we had to change something up.
We've made plenty of tough decisions.
Yeah, it's hard.
Oh, I'd like to hear one of these.
I mean, we've Carballo. We had to let go a couple seasons.
So how
does that
Bueno,
go?
This season, Bueno.
That
who
was a
we've
really
had,
tough
He
one.
was like our next captain in waiting.
When you let him go, like how does that go down?
Tell him no bueno.
I owe him a conversation.
we send in the email of who we're keeping, and he's not on it.
No, but I do hope. Look,
Definitely
we
not
have
a
draft.
coward's way of doing that.
No,
right?
I've done. I've had heartbreaking
yeah.
conversations. I've had to pull Carballo aside through tears.
I learned my lesson year 1 when at the draft I dapped up some guy. I was like, "We're gonna get you tonight," and then we didn't, and he didn't make the league. And I
Why'd you
felt-
do that?
Well, just because I thought we were looking at him as our late round pick, and it just didn't
Billy.
work out.
Billy, he wants them to like him.
Right.
But I don't even you had the heartbreak.
It was more just we're
conversation.
I think I hit him with we're hoping
a
for you
bad cop.
tonight.
But it's not like he's moving. He just puts on instead of what is the team called?
now he's a
Cyclones.
no.
Instead of a Cyclones jersey, he puts on a Wall Warriors
No, now
jersey.
he didn't
lives
make-
in the same house.
No.
It's the same thing.
He
What are
didn't
you
make the
talking
league.
They're just the Warriors.
He
now.
didn't make the league. He was a floating player that replaces injured guys.
Taxi squad.
A taxi squad.
Okay.
Guy.
So you were fighting to keep someone that isn't even good enough to make the league?
No, I
this
told
is why
a guy
your team's not
I was
good.
hopeful we would take him in the late round, and we ended up getting
No, I
someone
was
better.
talking about Carballo.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, Carballo? No, Carballo is now medically retired. What a great
Yeah.
career for Carballo.
Yeah, well,
Electric on that.
Medic-
Is he or
medically
not?
retired?
Cyclone
Retired or
legend.
not?
Damn.
Cyclone legend.
He's young.
Yeah, I know, but you saw how he played the game. He never took a
Tough,
rep
yeah.
off.
He was tough.
Okay.
As an owner of a team, do you feel like sometimes you let emotion play too big of a role in your decision making?
Yes.
Manu's been on the team for 17 years.
Manu's good.
He's
He
the
won a
best.
championship one time,
literally-
8 seasons
he's
ago.
like the
There are
LeBron-
2 seasons
Dude,
in a
he's
season.
Yeah.
best backcourter in the world.
Yeah, he's the Babe Ruth of that league. Your team, by the way, has gone downhill ever since I last appeared at a game
Yeah, when you
and fainted.
Yeah, when you collapsed.
I collapsed.
Hey,
and
I
fell
thought you
right
were
on my
dead.
beak.
That's
Fell.
not true. We did make a final after that.
Did you?
Yeah, we had a second place finish in there.
Is the league still recycling borderline former UM Hurricanes?
There are some. Well, they weren't borderline former UM Hurricanes.
It's a weird sentence.
They were former.
yeah.
We're talking about Jedin.
And Tennessee, don't forget him. Rock
didn't
won
know
a
he
national.
played.
No, Rock won a national championship with Miami Hurricanes
What
baseball.
position did Rock play?
He was a
Defensive
pitcher.
tackle.
Wow.
No,
Baseball. That
yeah,
makes
he was
more
baseball.
sense. I was picturing football. I'm like, that guy's lumbering.
Can I ask a rude question that we're all thinking? You guys headed into the draft now next week, right? And you put in your keepers. Manu's a keeper again for you guys.
Iñaki too.
And
Yeah,
Naki.
that,
Okay.
and that was a great draft pick.
Okay, but and you've seen the results and the bit of the fall off over the past couple seasons. Do you guys ever go and say, "Listen, Manu, we love you. We got to work on your training regimen here. We got to talk some conditioning. We got to work into this. It's just
Saz, he's a bit of a bigger guy.
we're far off from. Think of a Mo Vaughn type.
No, that's disrespectful.
Well, Mo Vaughn won an MVP,
Disrespectful to who?
much like Manu did.
It's got Dan vibes.
Yeah,
he's got
little
a Dan- he's got a-
girthy.
Okay, now
got a Dan
imagine
body.
Dan playing highlight.
But with
Backcourt, you don't need as much mobility in the backcourt.
incredible posture, though. I haven't seen a spine this straight in quite some time.
Greatest
posture. Good
greatest hands
posture.
in Pelota history.
Wow.
That's often the criticism for Manu, but he is certifiably the best backcourt player in the world. Yeah.
He's not the problem.
If someone else had the number 1 pick and we didn't freeze Manu, guess who the number 1 pick would
Boom.
be? Manu. So we're keeping Manu. He is a Cyclone lifer. He's not the issue at all. That
There he
I know
is.
by this picture you may be
at him.
formulating some opinions. That guy is the heart and soul of the Cyclone franchise.
Now it says WP 20%. I imagine that's some kind of stat. What does that
winning.
mean?
I think that's winning percentage. Like it was.
That seems rough.
I mean, that seems awful.
Yeah, we mean
You guys don't know Peloton.
you guys don't know how difficult it is to go against Cote. You just don't. And
You
this
don't.
guy,
Who
this
does?
guy, this guy performs very well against Cote.
I mean, are you afraid of a time where you're going to show up to one of the games and, like, the crowd's going to be chanting for new ownership?
I mean, we've had. How many come to Jesus meetings have we had?
Wow, that's too many.
3.
3 come to Jesus meetings.
You guys get lost? Like, what's going on?
3 come to Jesus meetings. Look, man, we made really tough decisions this time. We have the number 1 pick, so hopefully this will be the start of the
Guys,
tournament.
that's our horse right there.
Yeah,
Look at him.
I will say that despite the recent seasons where we're not living up to the standard, the gold standard that this franchise established,
Which is what?
We'll be back.
championships.
We won the championship the first season.
We are the crown jewel of Battle Court.
So when you say you won the championship your first season, is it possible, like, you won it because, hey, your team was given to you, like, in a good, scenario?
No.
good
No,
spot?
we
because
battled.
you
We were a
got the
wagon.
team and you won the championship right away,
Got
and
hot.
now, after many years of ownership, you're once again number 1 overall.
You know who I think we miss? I'll say it, Mike. Manny.
Yeah.
The first couple seasons, we had Manny, who's like 72 years old.
Yeah.
But he's just one of the most.
Is he available?
He's
I
kind of
think
been
is he in
around
the
in the
draft
drafts.
pool?
He's always one of these guys. He never gets kept, but he's just like a guy you want.
Yeah.
Number 1 pick, maybe?
No,
That- you don't know Peloton.
Who are the eyes on? Who's the number 1 pick? You have the number. You could say it. No one else can
No, we
take
kept.
the
We
person.
kept.
Who is it?
We,
If you
we took
freeze,
Manu.
we
we
froze
took
Manu.
Manu with our number 1 pick.
So you don't have the number 1 pick.
Well, we do. Like we could have unfrozen Manu and just
Yeah.
taken Manu. We have the free.
You don't know
the
Peloton.
freeze, so we did use the freeze.
Let me give you guys some free advice.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and I'm being half serious
You
here.
fainted last
honestly.
game you went to.
No. Listen,
He was so excited.
He was
get a guy-
appalled by the play.
there are a bevy of retired athletes who live down here. Okay, and this is partly publicity stunt, but partly smart.
A tryout?
Hire somebody, sign somebody like Ocho Cinco, just as a weird
I
example.
like this idea.
You know, so it would be great publicity. He's an athlete. He would probably like to do it as a lark. He could learn highlight in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's
Such
a
a
very
dangerously
difficult
The
sport.
sport is not easy.
Also, well over our budget, pal.
Well, you don't know. He might do it.
I know what our budget is, which is presently $0.
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
So I think Jalen Ramsey might have taken a shot at the Dolphins yesterday. So Jalen Ramsey, he's going to play for the Steelers this year, Greg. Mm-hmm. And Jalen Ramsey, speaking at Pittsburgh Steelers practice yesterday, he actually started speaking positively about the Dolphins as far as the way that they honored his trade request, and they honored it because they wanted him gone too. I mean, from what I understand, the talk of the culture in the locker room and disrespect toward the coach, late to meetings, effort, Jalen Ramsey was one of the guys at the top of that list, who they had to get rid of if we're going to change things around here. So, of course, they wanted to honor the trade request. And Jalen Ramsey said, quote, "I do appreciate the Dolphins and them working with me. Let's go to a team that's going to be able to compete. Let's go to a team where there's a lot of respect for the head coach." Mm-hmm. What do you make of that?
That's not a subtle shot. That's a direct shot. My understanding was always that he didn't get along with Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator, who they got rid of.
Well, they were not quiet about that.
Right. And so that was a thing. Mike McDaniel is an offense-minded coach. I don't know that he dealt all that much with the defense, but yeah, that's a clear shot. That's a clear shot, and Mike McDaniel has to earn back that respect, because his teams have had issues in terms of leadership, in terms of culture, quote unquote. Whenever players start talking about we need a better culture, that's pretty corrosive. That can mean a lot of different things. It can mean Tyreek Hill at the end of last season saying I'm not going back in this game, and then hinting that he wants out, and then backtracking on that. This is not just any player doing this. This is arguably your best player and a captain of the team. So when one of your captains is the one creating problems, that erodes culture, and all of that falls back on the head coach.
I'm not going to disagree with what you said. but I wonder if it's also worth pointing out that Jalen Ramsey, for his career, has been in the league, 9 years? For his career, he has been one of the best, if not at times the best cornerback in the National Football League. It's a premier position. It's one of the 4 most important positions in the game, cover corner. And 9 years in the league, he is about to start playing for his 4th team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's worth mentioning, we could talk about Mike McDaniel. Let's go to a team that has a coach that, everyone respects. But at the same time, not many guys are as good at their job, an important job, as Jalen Ramsey, and they're about to play for their 4th team when they've been in the league 9 years.
Well, plus Jalen Ramsey is an aging player at a position where you tend not to age very well. Cornerbacks and running backs are usually the first 2 positions you think of there. My problem is not that they traded Jalen Ramsey. The problem is they didn't replace him. The problem is between trading him and injuries, they have the weakest cornerback league meeting room in the entire league, and that's a problem.
I think they think that, look, Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to upgrade that secondary. And by the way, Jalen Ramsey, if he was still on this team, may have been converted to secondary here as well. Like, he's going to play in the secondary for Pittsburgh, most likely, or at least a hybrid role, all right? Which is funny because that's essentially what Minkah Fitzpatrick, why he wanted out of Miami initially.
Right. It's funny that you got to get Jalen Ramsey out here. We got to fix the culture. Let's bring in Minkah Fitzpatrick, who also had terrible things to say about the franchise and the head coach.
Specifically, there you go. Specifically, Brian Flores, who, I don't know. I think at this point, Minkah may have been right about Flores.
Have you seen that Minnesota defense, though? They're rocking and rolling.
Hey, some guys, some coaches are meant to be coordinators. Great offensive coordinator, great defensive coordinator. How about Spagnuolo? Like, amazing defensive coordinator, was a head coach. Like, Brian Flores may be that guy as well.
Yeah, but when you're winning, nobody says a word. Okay, all of this is coming out after an 8-9 season where you didn't even make the playoffs. Nobody was criticizing Mike McDaniel 2 years ago or 3 years ago when he'd made the playoffs twice in a row, when he was this offensive wonderkind.
Greg.
When you lose, people are looking for excuses. They're chirping. They're frustrated, and this is what happens.
I would actually cite Brian Flores, though, as an example of, remember that Dolphin team, you had the big Ryan Fitzpatrick improbable comeback against the Raiders. That team was in playoff contention. It was right there for them. They were doing a fair amount of winning. And it was well known that the team didn't get along with the head coach. There was a lot of drama around that team that was one of the better teams when you compare it to what they had done previously. So, I mean, it can get that bad. You can manage that locker room so poorly that it still becomes a storyline despite success.
When you mention Ryan Fitzpatrick, can I just bring it up real quick because it always reminds me the first time I hear Ryan Fitzpatrick's name in a really long time. Remember that pass he threw for the Dolphins in that game with the big comeback? Where they caught his face mask and they ripped the helmet so his eyes were like in the ear hole and he couldn't see. And it was a bomb that he threw, which was caught like
to the sideline,
right
by
on
the way.
Sideline.
Yeah, it was
incredible
insane.
throw.
It's like the best pass ever.
Right, and you kept thinking, like, man, why doesn't Flores back up Tua? But, Tua would get pulled from these games. Ryan Fitzpatrick would come in as a closing quarterback and just justify the decision, which made evaluating Tua very difficult.
We also thought his head got ripped off that play. Like when his head, because remember they moved the helmet sideways, and I was like, oh my God, his neck is now stuck like this, and now he can't play quarterback.
So we wouldn't have been sure if Darren Waller was retired or not retired if we mentioned him right when the Dolphins had signed him. Do we have a little game we could play here, Jeremy, of retired or not retired?
Yes, we've compiled a list, and there's the theme music. So we have 6 players on this list. I'll go one at a time, and you guys determine retired or not retired. So first,
I think I get it.
Defensive back Patrick Peterson. Wow. Retired or not retired?
This game is going to be very difficult.
Patrick Peterson.
I feel like I
Retired or
remember
not
a recent
retired?
message, like an announcement.
He's retired.
I'm going retired.
Where did he play last?
I would have said not retired.
Was he at Pittsburgh last?
Wasn't he Arizona?
Maybe Arizona.
It's a different game.
Did he close things with Arizona?
It's a different game we're playing.
Well, I mean, I was going to say still active, but there are people in this room that are pretty sure about this, so I'm also going to say retired.
I'm pretty sure, like, within the last 2 weeks, he retired.
Congratulations, he is retired.
All right,
And he was indeed a Pittsburgh Steeler most recently.
Thank you for
And
your
a Viking.
service.
Next up, kicker Matt Prater.
Kickers
Still
are tough.
playing.
Former UCF Knight Matt Prater.
Was
Is
it
he
the
still
Lions for a
playing?
long time?
Guy will
Boot.
kick till he's 50.
Yeah, he has a boot.
He was
That's
down
a
in
special leg.
Arizona, right?
I say active.
Retired.
Are we just going to do that? Any player we don't know if he's playing or not, we say he was in Arizona.
He was in Arizona.
He was
They
at some
toasted.
point.
Yeah, they all were.
He remains in Arizona. He is an active kicker in the NFL
That
at
leg-
age 41.
I'm good at this game.
Yeah, we're going to wear that boot out.
Next up, Mercedes Lewis. Retired or not retired?
Tight end.
Best blocking tight end maybe in NFL history.
I
Could have
think-
had a great career as a lineman.
He is
I know we're
41
combining-
years old.
I know we're
Mercedes
combining
Lewis.
2 games here, but last play for the Giants?
I like this game.
I think he was a
I think he's in
Bear?
Arizona.
Ooh.
I say retired.
I'm going 41. Like, if you didn't say the 41, I would say he's still active. So I think that's a dead giveaway. So I'm going to go retired.
I'm going to go
Prater's 41 though, still active.
Kicker.
kicker. Hear that?
Mercedes Lewis can block till
Yeah.
he's dead.
I'm going to say unretired. I'm going to take a chance with this one.
Mercedes
a Bear.
Lewis is a free agent and active.
Okay.
Looking for another opportunity.
All right, so that one's tricky, right?
Yeah, Dolphins. Pay
No,
attention.
that's active.
And where was he last?
36-year-old wide receiver Julio Jones.
He's retired.
Retired, not retired.
He's retired.
Retired.
He has to be retired.
He's retired.
He played for the Tennessee Titans last, right? Oh, he's got to be retired.
Different game.
Yeah.
Mercedes Lewis last year played 17 games for the Chicago Bears. Of
course he did.
How about that?
He appeared in every game at 40 years old.
That's what it says here. 17 games.
Well, that's why the Bears sucked.
Well, yeah, he had to help the offensive
One catch
line.
for 2 yards.
Wow.
Not Dan's favorite new comedian, who he's very upset that The Daily Show made him wear a suit, but quarterback Josh Johnson. Oh, he's always playing. Retired or not retired?
Julio was retired, right? Did I
Julio
miss
is
that?
retired, yes.
I think I saw
Everybody
a
got that
blurb.
right.
Josh Johnson's still playing.
He's always playing.
He'll back up till he's 48.
I think he was brought in as a camp arm. I'm going to say camp arm for Josh Johnson.
I'm
It's a
going
different game, though.
active. He seems like a guy who's always ready to jump off the couch and play if needed.
He's got to be old.
He's like in a Tannehill
Yeah.
situation, right? Where
He
he's
is
like free
30.
agent.
And he'll still wait for the
39
right
years
That's what I'm
situation.
saying. Free agent, not
right
retired.
coach. Yeah.
39
He's
years
like
old.
their third
speedy
string quarterback in like the 49.
Young 39.
camp arm, knows all the offenses.
Unretired.
He is a Washington Commander.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
And
that?
finally, defensive tackle at 38 years old, and Ndamukong Suh, retired or not retired.
South Beach Sessions.
Yeah, retired.
Yeah, he just retired.
Retired.
He just
Yeah.
retired.
Way to.
Just trying to make sure you guys all are paying attention to what we do.
Yeah,
And
South
Ndamukong
Beach
Suh,
Sessions.
retired.
South Beach. Sessions.
Wonderful game. Good job.
Who did he play for last?
A different game.
Wonderful job.
Is he in Philly?
So we talked a little bit about this yesterday because 2 days ago the AP poll made its preseason debut. That week 1 is a banger of games. We had 3 games of top 10 matches. You got LSU Clemson, you got Miami Notre Dame, you got Ohio State and Texas. I'll be there for that. Ohio State and Texas. The AP screwed it up. You couldn't have 1 versus 2. It's 1 versus 3. When number 3 is favored against number 1, makes sense of that. Anyway, we got preseason rankings came out a couple days ago, and we talked about it yesterday, but we didn't get a whole lot into the Canes, though. The Canes are preseason top 10. Greg, expectation for the Hurricanes right now?
Real high. I mean, playoff high for sure. I think that's what needs to happen. Mario might not admit it, but I think he feels it and believes it. You have to make the top 12 and be in the playoffs. That's the standard for UM this year. They're ranked in the top 10, albeit at 10, for only the second time since 2005. The other was Mark Richt's 2018. And they have everything. They killed it with Carson Beck in the portal.
I think Carson Beck's going to be great for them.
I do too. And their pass defense, which sucked last year, is much improved. I think they're the whole deal. I think they have the best team. I think Mario has a great chance to have an improved record for the 4th straight year. I see them going like 10-2, making the ACC championship game. Sky high hopes for the Canes.
I am worried about the wide receiver position. They don't seem to have a go-to guy yet. Carson Beck, from being out at camp, Carson Beck looks good. The arm looks good. I know that's a concern. Very decisive with the ball. I'm curious. I really can't make heads or tails of who's going to be the leading receiver here. You have C.J. Daniels, who they brought in as a veteran presence. Had an injury-plagued season last year at LSU, but before that, lit the world on fire when he was at Liberty. This may come as a shock. There might be a 17-year-old that may end up being Miami's leading receiver.
Well, but they're going to be a more balanced offense than
Oh,
last
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
They got two guys that have potential to put up huge seasons on the ground. Mark Fletcher, a bigger bruising back, has been very productive since the day he put on shoulder pads here for this program. But Jordan Lyle flashes a game-breaking ability. We saw that huge run where he turned the corner at USF last year where he pulled away from guys. Yeah. That game-breaking ability has kind of not been around Miami so much. Those guys, Rashard Smith took that ability, went to SMU, and now will be a deep sleeper for the Kansas City Chiefs with that next-level speed. But I think Malachi Toney is going to be a real surprise for this team, a true freshman that's going to make an impact there. But the defense has been shored up. You think they've certainly brought in a ton of players in that secondary. You have Heatherman, the brand-new DC that comes over from Minnesota. Yes, the schedule is more difficult than previous years. They got Florida. They got.
Well, but hold on. The schedule could be different, more difficult than previous years. They're going to be favored every game this year, right?
That's curious. We'll see what happens at SMU. But they only have 4 road games.
Yeah.
Only 4 road games, and then late November it can get tricky at Blacksburg, at Pittsburgh, back-to-back, but you don't know what kind of condition those programs will be in.
Don't they not leave the state of Florida until, like, November?
Yes. Yeah. No,
That's
it's
crazy.
For their centennial season, the schedule does lay out nicely. Now, they could take a step back in terms of overall record and be a better team. They could finish this season 9-3 and be in that playoff contention and still find their way to Charlotte, especially if 2 of those losses come non-conference. But Miami, I like the vibe around Media Day at the ACC because everyone's just kind of confident that Miami is going to be there in the end, at least in their conference. And the conference has lost a lot of talent this year. I think the ACC is probably going to take a step back while Miami takes a leap forward. But I'm excited about what they did at the quarterback position. I think they got a real good one.
And I think it's notable that SMU is their only what I would call difficult road game. Mm-hmm. All of the other most challenging games are at home.
I mean, historically difficult places to play, Blacksburg. And we saw in 2017, before the 2018 year, that got kind of sidetracked by injury and Mark Richt's own decline with his health. Pittsburgh ruined a season for Miami in 2017, in which they would have been ranked number 1 headed into the conference championship had they not dropped that.
I'm at SMU week 2. You need me to do a little advanced scouting?
A lot of former Hurricanes there.
Wear that hat, though.
Yeah. That makes you undercover.
All right.
You got to wear that Flex Vic backwards, and we can sneak you in there on the sidelines, Connor Stallion style. Exactly.
Is the last time that Notre Dame was here at Miami was the blackout game?
2017.
That shit was amazing.
What a game.
Was it a blackout? No, the blackout happened actually before that, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, regular game.
Yeah,
regular
which
game.
was like a crazy crowd too. But 2017 Notre Dame, that's really the only game that Miami Hurricanes fans can point to and say that building had some magic to it. That building got really loud.
I think that's the only game at that stadium where you were able to say that game was over before it started. Like you knew what, because this used to be a case of the Orange Bowl all the time, but that night you knew. Okay.
Right away.
We know what's happening.
Yeah, right away. Once Will Manso leaked that video of the Notre Dame coach talking all that crap about the turnover chain. But we were at ESPN at the time, very close to Marty Smith and a bunch of people with College Game Day, and they said that night at Hard Rock Stadium in 2017.
I think Herb Street said, he's like, this is the best atmosphere of the year.
Second loudest place they had ever been to as a crew. That was back in 2017. Maybe they've been to louder places, but they said only behind Death Valley and LSU.
Could it be like that for week 1, number 6 versus number 10?
It has to be. Absolutely.
We'll see. Notre Dame has some issues, too. They have a legit quarterback competition right now. They lost a quarterback that was a proven commodity for them. And they have some injuries across the offensive line. They're still very talented, but Freeman teams, they get off to a slower start over at Notre Dame. Yeah. So it lays out nicely for Miami. And they'll have an opportunity with a standalone game. Certainly Carson Beck and some of the other talented players on this team have an opportunity to make a real statement and get a lot of national attention with a standalone TV window Sunday night.
And the point spread pretty much close to a push the last time I looked.
Should the Virginia Tech game be tough? Like, they haven't won more than 8 games in 6 years.
You never know what kind of shape that program's going to be in. They want to push the head coach out. The fan base is over it. The head coach may be out, and you don't know. Do they play hard for a new guy? In a portal era, do these guys check out? I would say normally most Miami Hurricanes fans would look at late November games at Blacksburg, at Pittsburgh, and be a little worried about that. But the caveat of those coaches perpetually are talked about as guys that could be on the hot seat.
Yeah, Brent Pry, 3-8, 7-6, 6-7 in his 3 seasons at Virginia Tech. So while I'm sure there are some good wins in there at home, it's not, given what Miami is supposed to be, something that should be much of a challenge. But every year there's one of those ACC teams that seems to knock off someone at the top.
But all you got to do is look to last year. Could it have gotten closer than last year's game, Miami Virginia Tech? Like, that was the closest football game of all time. It was like a ball here, a hand here. Was he out of bounds? Was he not?
The Hail Mary that went out of bounds. I would say Miami has always had these things, and it goes to the pro ranks too. The weather games late in the season. This Miami team is more built for that. My colleague over at Canes Insight, D-Money, points to, remember when they went to Boston College, played against Castellanos, who's now at FSU. That's a tricky spot late at Boston College. We've seen it with one of the greatest teams of all time struggle there, and they just are built in the trenches in ways for that weather that previous Miami Hurricanes teams have not been.
God, how good is college football? We're so close.
Football's back, baby.
I got my Phil Steele magazine in the mail yesterday.
I love that.
I saw it's kind of late. You're cramming, huh?
This is how I do it. Like, I hit the road in 2.5 weeks, all right, and then it's every week I'm on the road with ESPN. So it's time. It's like, all right, I need to start cramming. That's how I do it. Like, I don't start looking at the magazine last month. Like, now's the time.
Things change too. You got to get most up-to-date information with the magazine.
So I got the Phil Steele magazine. That's the college football Bible, all right? I got that in the mail yesterday. I was very excited,
It's
Greg.
a magazine, though. Wasn't it? What you're reading, wasn't that written a month ago?
No, he just got it.
I mean,
got it, yeah.
I know, but it takes a while to publish a magazine, right?
It has all of the information.
It's got the building blocks. That's what you need, the building blocks.
It's got everything you need. There's so much info in there. So I got to start studying, but in a couple weeks from now, Greg, you're going to be able to ask me about any school in the country, and I will know everything about it. So I'm a college football expert.
I'm just surprised magazines are still a thing, because when I was a kid, Street and Smith's was the Bible. Like, I used to get their pro and college preview issues all the time. But I didn't know that was still a thing in 2025, the magazine.
Do you guys, when's the last magazine subscription you guys had or that came to your house? You know what came to my house 2 days ago? Fortune magazine. What? And it had my name on it, and I have no idea why it is that I've never.
Did one of those people come to your home and it was like,
no,
hey,
I've never subscribed to it. I mean, maybe this is like I signed up for something. You know, like sometimes you buy something, it's like, oh, you get 3 free magazine subscriptions. I must have checked off something, or I went to like a boat show one time years ago or something. And
what's
I said,
the last magazine subscription you remember actually subscribing to?
I think the last one I actually had was ESPN the magazine.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't think that's even published anymore, right? They canceled that publication.
Yeah, a long time ago.
But Fortune magazine came to my house 2 days ago.
Did you read it?
No, not yet. It's on. You know where I thought about doing with it as soon as I got it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be bathroom reading, because there was a glory day of like all the magazines are in the bathroom.
That's
and then
where
you
all
go
my
down.
Phil Steele's go.
Yeah, and that's where they go. But I don't think they even sell bathroom magazine racks anymore, do they? They can't. There's no magazines. Why would you need a bathroom magazine rack?
Billy, I can relate. Every week we get a People magazine delivered.
Still?
Yeah, and I said to my wife the other day, why do we subscribe to that? Why do we? And she's like, I don't know. I mean, just every week we
Lap
get a
of
People
luxury
magazine.
at the Cote house.
And how
I
you-
don't know, whatever. It comes. Doesn't matter if we
does-
pay.
Does anyone read it, or what do you do with it?
I leaf through it.
Yeah?
why
What's
not?
going on? What's
Well,
going on with the Hemsworths right now?
I didn't leaf through the last one, but if
Leaf through. I like that.
Taylor Swift and Kelsey are on the
Well,
cover,
what'd she
I
say?
might give it a look. I don't know.
All right.
That kind of thing.
Billy, what magazines
Pop
did you
culture.
subscribe to when you were younger?
I think ESPN the magazine.
Sports Illustrated.
For sure.
SI for kids?
I didn't have SI or SI.
How about
for
highlights?
Kids.
You have highlights?
I did have highlights when we were younger. We had highlights when we were younger.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I
Hidden
had
pictures.
I had Rolling Stone the longest.
I had Rolling Stone until, like,
Stone
Yes.
was
2010.
It was the last one that I didn't have anymore. I had Rolling Stone forever. I even had it, change the address to come to my college residence. I had Rolling Stone forever, and throughout my when I was a little kid, and then into like mid-teenage years, I used to get WWF the magazine. Those are the two.
Wow. You're such a mark. You were getting worked in that magazine, too.
Whatever, man. I like reading about my favorite superstars.
That's how you got tricked into writing Hulk Hogan a get well soon
It wasn't
card.
a trick. He wrote me back. It wasn't a trick.
Did you keep that letter? You still have it?
I wish I still had it. It was a postcard. I wish I still had it. He signed it and everything.
Yeah. I mean,
Hulk
now I
Hogan.
would think it's probably worth, no one's getting more postcards from the Hulk.
Greg, earthquake put him in the hospital.
Is that right?
That piece of earthquake.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell.
Oh, it wasn't a
Rest
real
his
earthquake.
soul.
John Tenta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was before he killed Damien with the same move that he used to put Hogan in the hospital. Killed Damien.
Wow, you'd think Damien would have been ready for it.
Yeah.
He was in a sack. He didn't know it was coming.
Yeah. At least he.
What do you do now that you hit the roads down at the manor? What happens with the kids?
I live in a mansion, first of all,
Okay,
but
the
go
mansion.
ahead.
When at the mansion, now that you're away, cat's away, the mice will play. Last time we spoke to you, it seems like the mice were playing quite a bit.
What are you saying? What?
Yesterday, you were talking the cat. You've never heard the expression "when the cat's away, the mice will play."
No.
You're the cat, allegedly, according to you. Some are saying you're a mouse in the household where your kid is running roughshod, running away from
There's a
home,
question about your child.
gambling. It's kind of like when the enforcer's not there, you allege to be the enforcer of your home. When you're away, what happens?
Oh, so you're asking like who's in charge and I'm away?
Well, I'm asking, if there's any control when you're away.
Well, that's not my concern. Like I'm not there.
Teenagers
So,
running the roost.
Like all right, my wife's in charge for those couple of days that I'm not home for the week, and when Dad comes home, everybody got to have their shit together. All right, but while I'm gone, all right, just don't let me hear about it. It's pretty much the way it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big
Good
weekend for
arrangement.
Cody.
Teens running the roost.
There you
running
go.
wild.
So tomorrow, the NBA releases its entire schedule. Full schedule. Entire NBA schedule is being released tomorrow. But we did find out a couple of days ago, I think it was yesterday, that the Christmas games. What are you doing over there?
He keeps making fun of me that
your
your mic
mic's
is
off.
higher than mine.
There you go.
I was just saying before, like his mic is normal at his face, and yours is just like I need to talk way down
Okay,
here.
it's so ridiculous, the obsession with microphones.
It's not
around here.
ridiculous. There's no obsession.
It really is an obsession.
There's no
with
obsession.
microphones
Thank you,
in this
Billy.
We are-
industry.
It
Jeez
really
Louise.
is.
We are a show.
All right.
It's not an obsession. It's actually a necessity.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Are you questioning that?
Whatever happened to the megaphone? Let's just get old-timey megaphones and,
That's
You
right.
know
what? And do what with it?
You know, football players need helmets.
It's obsession with helmets in the NFL.
they should, it's like motorcycles. You want to wear a helmet, you wear a helmet.
Yeah.
If you don't, you don't.
No. It's like motorcycles. Do you want a motorcycle? You need a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, debatable.
So a couple days ago, the NBA, ahead of its schedule release tomorrow, they released their Christmas Day games. They got 5 Christmas Day
Fun
games
games.
like usual.
Let me know
But-
how those go. The NFL's playing on Christmas.
Well, and yes, the NFL has decided, they pulled up last year, the NFL, like Debo, and said, we're taking Christmas. All right. You're not in on all of the action on Christmas, Greg?
No, it's ridiculous. The NFL and NBA now are competing to out-Christmas the other. The only holiday where I love NFL games or pro games to watch on TV is Thanksgiving. Okay, that's a part of the ritual. Okay, you're timing the turkey so that it doesn't interrupt with the middle game that you really want to watch, et cetera, and so forth. But on Christmas Day, to quote a phrase, Jesus Christ, I mean, you can't. Whatever happened to Christmas? Christmas, and don't get me wrong, I'm not super religious. I'm not. Like I'm not going to church on Christmas. I'll tell you that.
Relax.
Not that there's
Well,
anything wrong
technically
with
nobody
that.
goes to
You could
church on
just-
Christmas.
You could just leave it at I'm not super religious.
Okay, but even so, Christmas when I'm growing up, Christmas is it's a holiday. You revere the holiday. You watch the little kids open their gifts.
But so is Thanksgiving. It's a holiday.
Yeah, same thing. Thanksgiving, you're eating and drinking a lot and watching football on TV. Christmas
Sounds
used
like
to be-
Christmas too.
Christmas used to be that, and now it's 5 NFL games, not 1 or 2, 5 or 5 NBA games.
Yeah.
And 3 NFL games. You have 8 games competing with each other from late morning until late at
The
night.
Cody's are considering moving Christmas.
Where's Christmas? Where's Christmas? It's just too much. It's excessive. That's all I'm saying.
But you don't have to watch the games.
I know, but they're on TV. I mean, you're a football fan. You're a hoops fan. You got to watch them.
Were you a Christmas Day or Christmas Eve family?
Right. Now, look, I don't know if you guys know. I'm Jewish. I understand that Christmas It's more about Christmas Eve. Like, that's the big partying and the dinner, and it feels like that's why neither of those sports play on Christmas Eve.
I think it depends on the family.
Yeah, it does.
Like some people are Christmas Day people. Some people are.
I make a big dinner on Christmas Eve. I mean, to your point, it's a special day as well. I just think sports have gone over. Especially, it used to be the NFL owned Christmas. Now the NBA, in the past several years, has been competing to the point where there are 5 games now instead of 3. It's too much. It's excessive.
I didn't like the reported slate for Christmas Day for the NBA. It should be noted, while everyone was assuming that the NFL was going to totally take over Christmas, there was a nice little rating story for the NBA last year as the NFL went behind their Netflix paywall and whatnot. People were tuning in on cable, and the ratings for the NBA did increase despite the extra competition.
You got Cavaliers at Knicks.
Fun game.
Let me guess, Lakers, Mavs. I haven't seen it. Are they playing?
No, both those teams are playing, but not against each other. Cavaliers at Knicks, because the Knicks always have the noon game at Madison Square Garden. And then you got Spurs at Thunder.
Fun game.
Mavericks at Warriors.
Fun game.
Rockets at Lakers.
Big game, not a big game.
That's a big game.
That's a big game, I agree.
Durant. Doncic.
LeBron.
LeBron's second. Doncic's team. And Timberwolves, Nuggets. That's a late game.
Is there a bigger indictment? Like, we've talked a lot about the Heat and how there's kind of on the downtick. We haven't even sniffed a Christmas game in a few years.
I mean, look at the Indiana Pacers. They made the finals. They don't get.
But it's just like we used to be I felt like there was a good 8-year stretch where we were just one of those teams.
LeBron.
Yeah.
But he wasn't here 8 years. I feel like even after him,
Shaq and Wade before
but
that.
it's just like
Played on Christmas in 2023.
Yeah, but there were
5 years ago.
But
Was
after
it it's Milwaukee,
I think
maybe?
after I think
2 years
Philadelphia.
ago, sorry.
I think after the bubble and they made the finals in the bubble, they didn't get a Christmas game. Recently post
Just
LeBron,
feels-
it's been kind of.
I think if you can have 5 games on Christmas, one of them's got to be a stinker. You know, throw in Wizards against Jazz.
What?
Why?
It's like, what?
Why would you want a bad game?
Weird.
No,
take.
you do. You toss in a stinker there so
Yes.
that you can enjoy the meal and enjoy the time. Like, this is when I
Yes.
need to casually pay
Yeah.
attention to, if at all.
Give me a 2-hour break.
Exactly
with
right.
Wizards and Jazz, and then you get back to the real
I
game.
like this idea, and that should be Christmas morning when people are opening their presents.
Yes.
They should add more games. It should be wall to wall. It should be like Boxing Day is for the
Right.
Premier League. You just go wall to wall.
Yep.
Can you just imagine what Greg just suggested on Christmas Day?
Just
the
terrible.
abomination of Wizards and Jazz.
It's just a bad idea.
You're lying to
He's
me.
right, though.
You're lying to me if you're not putting that game on while you're unwrapping Christmas Day presents in the morning.
Yes, thank you.
If there is an NBA game going on, it tips off at 7 a.m. Eastern time.
You're asleep.
I'm watching the
Lord's
Christmas
time
story.
zone.
way.
On
Yeah.
Christmas
Tony,
morning?
On Christmas
You
morning,
want-
you guys
Tony,
are-
welcome.
You guys are awake.
I
Welcome
got a
to parenthood.
5-year-old.
Oh, dude, you think you're going to
Christmas
be...
morning.
Are you crazy? What time do you think you're going to wake up on Christmas moving forward?
Right now, this Christmas, probably
Maybe
like 9.
Maybe
You're
you get one
insane.
more.
This Christmas,
A newborn since
Are you
you're
this
not
Christmas?
a
You
newborn.
retired? You wake up at 9?
What time do you wake up every day?
Well, every day I wake up at like
On weekends. When
on
you
weekends, Saturday mornings I wake up at 6:30, play hoops at 7.
Wake up. So why do you think you're going to wake up
Woof.
at 9?
You're not going to do that.
because we got
Sounds
Noche
terrible.
Buena the
Dude,
night
your
before. You
parents
got
are going to be there. The in-laws are going to be there. It's your kid's first Christmas. If you think you're getting any rest on Christmas
you think
Day,
we're
you're
having
out of your
Christmas
mind.
at our house?
You think it's up to you?
Of course I do.
They're just ding dong, and the whole family is there.
I'm not going to put up a tree.
Nah, I think
you can't
Tony,
come over. I don't
You're
have a tree.
not putting up a tree on your kid's first
Nah,
Christmas.
Tony's gotta
Take
be
the
here.
kid away from this family.
Tony, you
Full
get
of
one
shit.
more
There's
year.
gonna be
'cause
a tree.
The baby's so young right now. You have this year, but after this year, 8 a.m.
No.
You're like in your house
Chris,
every morning.
I don't think he has this year because while he may be playing it cool, Mama ain't.
Yeah, that's true.
It's baby's first Christmas.
Yeah.
To be
We
honest,
need
I'm
the
a big
photos.
fan of Christmas trees, so I will get the
course
real
you will.
Christmas
Gotta
tree.
have a tree.
Okay, we'll get a real tree.
You're
you
about to
flipped
get
on
boss that. around on this
I'm a
holiday.
real tree.
anyways.
I'm a real tree.
You're not
But-
my friend.
Seems as though maybe the in-laws are going to do Christmas, so everybody goes over there to celebrate Christmas. We got nieces and nephews, we got other family, so it's like a giant thing over there, not at my house.
You're gonna be awake in time for Jazz Wizards. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
I'm realizing now that I am so far ahead of you guys when it comes to the kids.
Yeah.
And you're
careful
talking about
here.
what time you have to wake up on the weekends and what time. Like, do you want to ask me when I wake up on the weekends? Ask me
When do you wake up?
We don't care.
Whenever I want. Whenever I want.
I mean, your kids are just running around town.
Yeah, I mean,
they're
it seems
doing
like
whatever
your
they
kids
want.
Going to
do whatever
Chicago
they
this
want
weekend for
anyway.
UFC. Of course, me and Cody.
Lawless.
Jeez.
Lawless.
You need the crap game early on, so if you get a TV for Christmas, you don't miss. You're setting it up, and you don't really miss.
I mean, but that's why you have Cavs.
That's why
Knicks.
you have a bad game at the beginning.
That's why the Knicks are always
So you
there.
can quickly plug out and plug in.
You need a crap sandwich of games, like a bad first one, a bad last one, and then in the middle is where you're like, okay, this is
That's where
all
the
right.
crap is.
Well, then you got the NFL, Greg. All
Well,
right.
they did this wrong.
How so?
Well, because the first game is Cowboys Command.
All
big
three
game.
NFL games. If we were doing big game, not a big game, all three of these games.
8:15.
Big games.
All 3 big games?
Yeah,
think
next
so.
next one's a big one. Lions Vikings.
Big game.
Yeah. Now the
NFC North.
8:15 Prime Video. Now we're going on from Netflix over to Prime. We're switching channels, switching stations. Broncos Chiefs.
Been massive game.
That is a banger.
Massive game.
That's a banger.
Broncos are gonna have to show us though.
I mean,
By that point in the season, we're gonna know if it's
Yeah.
a big game or not a big game.
Yeah, I mean that's like week 17.
yeah, week
maybe?
17.
Fight for a playoff spot.
everyone loves the Broncos this year, man.
But it's too much for you, huh?
They're an it team.
And the Pats. The Pats everyone likes too.
Yeah, but I would do the same thing with the NFL. Throw in a Browns-Titans game or something. Just for a respite instead of 3 in a row. But yeah, the combination of NBA and NFL, 8 games on Christmas Day is too much. It's simply overload.
What would you do, Greg, for Thanksgiving football games? Because I feel like Thanksgiving games, the late game is the one that I'm always kind of, by that time.
So was Steelers Ravens.
My energy, well, last year was Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
And it was a terrible
I always
game.
picture it being an AFC North game.
It was a really bad game for the Dolphins. I think it was Dolphins,
Packers. It was their worst game of the year.
And it wasn't close.
I heard
And-
the big dog talking about this morning, 20 missed tackles in that game.
I think the money game is the middle one. I think the prime game on Thanksgiving is the middle
The
one.
late one,
Cowboys.
The late one, you're already my energy is already down. I'm tryptophan or whatever it's called
Oh,
is
the
inside
itis.
of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've been watching some dog show.
I
and
know.
then football and another football parade. I can't anymore.
No, by the late game, I've been hammering Jim Beam all day. I'm not ready to watch 3 more hours.
You
of
don't
football.
Late game
Drink
is big,
Jim
by the
Beam.
way.
Tony, you see what this Thanksgiving
The
slate is?
slate is crazy.
Go ahead.
Why did you
Green
say
Bay at Detroit. Big game.
It's a whole new world with Detroit being
Massive
good.
game.
It really changes the entire dynamic of that holiday.
Yeah, not so funny now. The Lions. Come on.
4:30, right when you're getting over to your family's house, you're going to start getting the turkey out. Kansas City, Dallas.
Great googly moogly.
Big game.
That's a big game.
And then as you're winding down for the night, maybe you're getting that extra piece of pecan pie or pumpkin pie.
Pumper?
Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Sweet Templars of Toledo.
But Greg doesn't like it. Greg wants a stinker mixed in somewhere there.
Those
a
Browns,
respect.
Panthers. I mean, come on.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Saints. Throw in the Saints.
Yeah.
Somebody I don't want to see. That way I'm not obliged to watch. I can concentrate on my meal. I'm in the kitchen doing a turkey. I don't have to worry about the TV.
You're in
You
the
know.
garage barefoot.
Well, that's true. Make
Can
a
we put
bronze
up that statue, by the
bronze
way?
statue out of that one. Ridiculous.
AI made a statue of my dad. It's recreating the photo of him out in the parking garage frying a turkey barefoot.
Is this like jumping off the Tom Brady statue?
It looks.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, it's got a Poppy face.
It looks like Poppy.
If you really
Le
zoom
Batard.
in, the face has Poppy vibes, but it's clearly
He's barefoot,
It's clearly that photo. I mean, it's your.
and you got the you're frying the turkey.
That's
No, that
Poppy.
look. Oh well, you
It's
know
the
what?
eyebrow, yeah,
That
it's the
really
eyebrow.
does look like Poppy.
People's
like
eyebrow
Poppy.
there.
That is that's a dead ringer for Poppy.
I think that's Lyndon B. Johnson again.
It's Dwayne Wade statuesque, where it's like every detail about it outside of the face is perfect,
Right.
but the face kind of throws you off.
What about the toenails? Does it have?
That is one thing pointed out that it's my
Are they
dad's
manicured?
toenails are these are kept. Actually, I'm looking down at that toenail.
Not long enough.
Yeah,
Because that'd be hell of an attention. By the way, look at those calves on that stat.
you.
Boy, you're in great shape.
Wait,
You know
is
what? I
this,
work out. What
Let
can
me
I
see
tell
your
ya?
stand up over there.
It's
Let's
an
see if
AI
those if you have real
failure where
calves.
I got long pants on.
You can pull them up.
You got nice calves. They always surprise me whenever you're in shorts.
pull
I
a
do
calf
have
up.
nice
Pull a
calves.
calf
Look
up.
at
Let's see.
that.
It's like
Let's see
Bugshambi.
if he
light.
can. Let's see if he can pull a calf up here.
I'm glad you laughed. Bugshambi's got the craziest
Massive
calves.
calves.
Zaz used to produce Bugshambi. He can tell you stories about those calves and that they're big. All the stories are he's just.
I mean,
got
those
the
are
calves.
old people shoes, but yeah, the calves are nice.
kind of petered out.
Yeah, I was like, he can tell you stories about those calves. Like what?
It's like,
Calves still got a student loan.
He's
one
got
time.
big calves. All right. I think it's the end of the story. I don't think there's a whole lot more to that right there. Great calves, though.
Thank you very much.
Your calves
No, I
look
was
more.
talking about Boog.
Yours looked more impressive in the statue. I'm not
I
gonna
lead
lie.
the league in calves.
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
A lot going on around the National Football League. Tony, can you help us out here? We got some headlines. What is going on around the league?
Zaz, we have a massive deal done in Western New York. James Cook, 4 years, $48 million for running back James Cook. Obviously, if you've been watching Hard Knocks, you know that he was in a hold-in, right? Not a holdout, hold-in.
If I can interrupt you for 1 second, can we kick in some NFL music? Because that means this is serious business.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, if NFL music is playing, then we know stop what you're doing and pay attention to what is being said. So let's
An
get
important note. Yeah.
Yes.
That is a good note.
Everyone
Thank you.
knows that, right?
Good producing, Zaz.
If you're listening to something, you hear the music, oh my God, like this is serious stuff. Tony, you're up.
Thank you.
Well, not that one.
Hold on.
I'm also really
All right.
impressed by the geography there of knowing it's Western
Western
New
New
York.
York,
I had no
yeah.
idea.
But they always say it, yeah, Western New York. Western
Yeah, I
New
know.
York.
You watched Hard Knocks
I'm also
last
locked
night?
in on Hard Knocks, yeah.
I forgot
That
it was
must be what
on
it
last
is.
night. That first, and you know why I forgot it was on last night? That first episode was a bore. Was it
And
any
it's the
good last
Bills.
night?
You hate the Bills.
And I hate the Bills, and I know what's gonna happen, Greg. They're gonna make Josh Allen into this, like, he's a cool guy. He's a good
They
guy.
did. They have.
And I don't want to like Josh Allen. I hate the Bills. I don't want to like him.
I feel like the whole Hard Knocks franchise is on fumes, and I've thought this for years. It was an innovative idea. It had its run. I don't watch it anymore.
You want to take a sip of your
Emotionally.
coffee? You want to take a sip of your water?
It's just not what it used to be, man, you know?
I am getting emotional
Yeah.
talking about it. I mean,
I'm
okay,
just
Greg.
thinking
Fight
about
through.
Bobby Scipio right now.
I still don't understand why your wife's ex-boyfriend was sleeping over your house, but
it's a long story. Am I the only one who doesn't like Hard Knocks anymore? I'm not riveted to it. Like,
No,
I've seen
I-
it before. I don't trust it.
No.
I don't trust that it's 24-hour access, that it's going to be a tell-all,
Chris.
that it's going to do.
Chris.
Not this one either.
No, this is a useless sound montage.
What was that music?
Don't worry
Useless
about it.
sound
Just-
montage.
Useless sound montage. You could
hell?
find. All right, you played the two that you can't. Find literally any other one.
Oh, that's better. Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
That's what I'm talking
All
about.
right.
Yes.
Works.
Speaking of what you were talking about,
Oh, I'm so into the music. No, I'm done with it. I don't trust it. I don't think it's going to be edited.
Well, you don't trust
Okay.
it. Like, you think they're lying to you?
I think that they're showing us only as much of what really goes on as they want. If Josh Allen says anything or does anything that's embarrassing after the fact, they're going to say no, edit that out. I just don't think it's as revealing as it pretends to be.
They did show Vontae Davis like sobbing, asking for his grandma after being traded.
Yeah, okay. I mean, every once
That
in
was
a while,
also 15 years ago.
yeah.
that
Every
I'm
once in a while,
referencing.
every once in a while, you get a moment, but it's almost like I've
It's
seen
two
this
Dolphins
before.
Hard Knocks ago.
Yeah, it's just
rest
like,
in peace, Vontae Davis.
just give me the games. I don't want to
Jeff
see all that
Ireland.
background. I don't want to see the sausages made. I love driving a sports car. I don't want to see the car assembled at the plant. You know what I mean? I want to watch a football game. I
I think
want to
most
see the
people that have
background.
sports cars are the opposite. Like, they're really into the sports cars and, like, all the, like, nooks and crannies of their sports
Eh,
cars. Oh.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
you're right,
Well,
he's right.
Well put, Tony.
So
Tony, let's go.
The hard knocks thing. I get what you're saying. They're trying to make Josh Allen. He's the MVP.
I don't
want to
like him.
Player. They're making him super likable. He's got this wife.
He's already got Haley Steinfeld,
She's
yeah.
a superstar in Hollywood. And it's like, what else can the guy have? Like, he's got everything. What is he missing? He's got a good.
He turned down more money. He was like,
Turned down more
I'll
money.
take a little bit less so the other people can enough.
I mean, what has she done after Pitch Perfect?
Whoa.
So
She's
wasn't
just in a
sinners.
hit
Yeah, she was in good
movie.
Sinners,
Nah,
yeah.
overrated movie.
Anyways,
I don't like
this weekend's episode of Hard Knocks, nice. The problem is, Zaz, you got the stars are obviously the lower tier guys and trying to make the roster, trying to fight for a spot, so you get enamored with their story. You got like KJ Hamler, who's been fun. You got the little scooter. I don't know if you've been watching that. Joe Andreessen, Buffalo Joe. Been a fun little thing. They actually gave a shout out to the Bustin' on the Boys pod. They were on this episode of Hard Knocks, and to make Josh Allen feel even better and seem even better, I think it was Taylor Lewan's like, yeah, I've got a little ranch, 13 acres, whatever. And Josh is like, yeah, I've got a place out in Central California, 1,500 acres, but I don't want to talk
pistachio
about
farm?
it.
Hate that
whatever.
guy. Hate that thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, sorry, dude, you 1,500 acres, and all this money, and you're just cool guy. Everything's cool. Yeah. But major plot line, James Cook now paid.
I don't think they hit on that at all in episode 1. Kind of feels like an important thing when your top running back with 16 touchdowns
Episode 2,
last
they
year.
dive into it.
Okay.
Brandon Beane's like, yeah, he's doing a hold in, not a hold out, so he's in meetings or whatever. And you kind of see him like there, and then he'll just like fade out of screen. And you're like, oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's not in the meeting anymore.
Is Sean McDermott the most boring coach in the NFL? Pretty boring.
Visually, he is. Yes.
Just a boring guy.
He's a nice guy. Hard
Exactly.
worker. Western
Exactly.
New York, lunch pail type of guy.
So James Cook signed a deal.
Same James Cook. Same deal I think that Kyron Williams got.
Okay.
4 for 48.
All right.
Big deal there. So, on a couple more headlines.
He's from Nebraska, by the way, not Western New York.
Yeah, but he's in Western New York now.
He's an
Western New
Omaha
York
man.
guy. Oh,
Yeah.
once an Omaha man, always an Omaha man. Jordan Love sneakily had a procedure on his left thumb, had surgery on his left thumb, and we're trying to figure out if he's going to be ready for week 1. They say he is, but again, injuries linger.
I got to tell you, I'm out on this Jordan Love.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Why?
Yeah, really.
Why?
Well, he had 8 good games, and they're like, here's all the money. Tua Tagovailoa gets all the in the same offseason when they both got paid. Tua gets all this criticism. We don't know if he's worth it. You saw 8 games of Jordan Love, and nobody questioned it. And then the very next year, last year, he wasn't that great last year.
I agree with you. I think he's got a lot to prove with that contract.
Whoa.
This room does not agree.
He won a playoff game.
I understand. I know.
Right, that's a lot more. You compared him to Tua. Tua, just make the playoffs.
All right. He won a playoff game. Great. He has one more playoff win than Tua.
You say no to that trade, though? I mean,
Won it
it's
on the
obvious,
road.
right?
Jordan Love or Tua?
Yeah, like
absolutely.
Just heads up, you do
Absolutely.
that if you're the Dolphins.
Nope.
Oh, I would do it.
No.
Okay.
I mean, Tua's resume overall is better than Jordan Love.
If you add in collegiate, yeah.
No, I'm not adding in collegiate.
You're saying
Well,
just
then it's
NFL
not.
resume.
I'm just going with my eyes.
Yeah.
My eyes. I would go Jordan Love.
In terms of passing yards, Tua's probably got him beat. I mean, Tua did have a monster season.
Well, according to every stat, he would have him beat. I mean, Jordan
Right.
Love has been a starting quarterback for 2 years in the league.
Yeah, I think Tua is better than Jordan Love.
I think everyone else, though, would take Jordan Love over Tua. Like, outside of Miami, I don't think there's a question if you're given the two.
And they did play, as mentioned earlier.
Woof.
Didn't go well.
Tony, what else you got? Jordan Love having surgery?
Najee Harris. Remember, he had a firework accident July 4th.
Oh, yeah. Is he like a Cyclops now? We haven't seen him yet.
Lacerated his eye. I don't know what happened there. It'd say it was a facial
Yeah, I
injury.
missed that too.
You didn't hear that?
You got shot in the eye with a firework?
Something happened.
He's a Cyclops now.
yeah, we don't
wow.
know exactly
Oh, my
what
God.
happened.
He doesn't know how many eyes he has.
He was blinded?
I don't know, blinded, but
They've
he
been
had some
really
damage to the
coy
eye.
about
gosh.
what the injury is.
They have.
All we know is I think Drew Rosenhaus said that it's a what's it called?
Superficial.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a superficial eye injury.
Meanwhile, we haven't seen him yet.
There's something about Drew, man. I don't know what it is.
It's magical.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, Jordan Love, because of Tua's injuries, had a much better season than Tua last year.
That's 1 year. Tua's been a starter in this league for 4+ years.
I mean, I'd say that this is off to a fairly consistent start for Jordan Love as a starter, and we still have questions about Tua.
Jordan Love was that's my whole point. Jordan Love was nothing special last year. And everyone's on board with Jordan Love being this franchise quarterback, and there's still a million questions about Tua. Rightfully so, by the way. Like, it's totally sensible
You know how this
to
is gonna-
question Tua. But Jordan Love, we're all convinced. We're convinced he's the guy.
Says, you know how this is going to land. You're the anti-Jordan Love guy now.
I don't care.
You're gonna
Whatever.
Be,
You want to label me that?
Packer
It's fine.
Nation's going to be all up on
Come
you.
at me.
You know who's in that same category as Jordan Love? He's the guy who everybody thinks is great, Justin Herbert. What has Justin Herbert done? He is overrated
Looked
right now.
really good as a quarterback.
He's fallen off a
he's
little bit.
terrific
I
looking,
think. In
but-
Big year
people's
coming, though.
tiers. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fallen off.
He has, but like for me, I think Tua is just as good as
So you would
Justin
say no
Herbert.
to that trade too?
Well,
you guys
that's
are,
not
you
good.
guys
I
are
don't
taking
think
crazy pills in there.
Many people wouldn't say that. If you can tell me, Tua makes the Pro Bowl his only season of complete health. If you can tell me Tua stays healthy, I think he's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Herbert has appeared in 2 playoff games, 0-2, and not just 0-2, but embarrassing losses in both of them. The first one blew a 27-0 lead.
I was there. I was in person.
How was that?
big game.
Oh, I lost so much money.
That screwed me out of so much money.
My God.
We won big time there.
Can you imagine? What would the
Cameron
response be
Dicker.
if Tua blew a 27-0 lead in the playoffs? They throw him out of the league. All right. Justin Herbert, that was his first playoff game. And Justin Herbert's second playoff game last year, he had 3 interceptions all of the regular season. Guess how many interceptions he had in the playoff game last year? And if you go under 3.5, you're a loser.
Zaz, Skylar Thompson has more career postseason passing yards than Tua.
I don't know what to do with that information.
It's a weird stat.
Because it doesn't help your Tua narrative.
Well, look, no, I'm not trying to tell you that Tua is definitely this franchise quarterback. The point I'm making is I don't understand why guys like Jordan Love were convinced that they are.
Because
the guys.
I see Jordan Love move out of the pocket, and I'm like, okay, decent. When Tua does it, I go, oh, no!
That's fair.
That's one reason.
That's fair.
Everything has to go perfect for Tua. Like, these other guys, they can kind of, make a good play out of a bad play.
They can color outside the lines a little bit more
There
than
it
Tua
is.
can.
That's what I was looking
Which is, if Tua starts coloring outside of the lines, we've seen what happens, and it's not always good.
I think what Zazo's saying is when he colors inside the lines, he's so much better.
He's a great
in
color
Zazo's
inside
opinion.
the lines, yeah.
When he colors outside the lines, it's like another book that he's coloring. Where
Right.
these guys, when they color outside the lines, you're like, oh, come on,
Looks
sweetie,
good.
just a little bit over more. Like, don't do so much of the zigzag. Just, try to follow the line.
Well, the one thing I think we can all agree on, and I think Dolphin fans feel this way, it was the same with Ryan Tannehill. You went 7 years with Tannehill going, is he good? How good is he? And it's the same with Tua. Halfway through his NFL career almost, largely for health reasons, you're going, is Tua that good? Is he all that? Can we win with Tua? So
pocket
that's
stuff.
fair.
The pocket stuff has nothing to do with health, though. Like, he's just bad out of the pocket.
Well, but that's
You see Jaden Daniels. You see Josh Allen. Josh Allen, when he's out of the pocket, good golly, it's pretty.
okay, but they don't want him out of the pocket because they don't want him sacked and get another
But
concussion.
that's the game, though. You got to be able to do that stuff.
Well,
he's
apparently you
limited.
don't.
That's what when Tua has a perfect 3-step drop, yes, he's accurate.
Right.
Like, no one denies that. But that's not how football works.
Right.
Did
Okay,
anyone
we'll see.
overestimate their value more than Ryan Tannehill, thinking like, oh, I went from like, I was on like a playoff team a couple years ago to like, you know what? I'm only gonna sign with a team that's in contention.
He's
where
waiting
I'm
for the
gonna
right
start.
situation.
Yeah, and he's gonna
Yeah.
keep waiting.
Yeah.
Like, just go back up, Patrick.
You
Mahomes
notice
or
he was not
something.
in retired or not retired.
But
Well,
he-
because he still thinks that someone's gonna come calling us. Like, oh, Ryan, we have this ready-made playoff team, and we need a driver, and it's you. That's not gonna happen, Ryan Tannehill. Sign elsewhere right now.
Tannehill would have been great for retired or not retired, but he's also a good example of how sometimes you don't retire, the NFL retires you because they don't want you anymore.
Profound.
Different game, though.
Someone would 100% take Ryan Tannehill as a backup today, but he wants to be a starter on a team in contention. Like, when the Steelers don't have a quarterback and they're not calling you because they're waiting around for Aaron Rodgers, like, that's a sign, buddy. You're not going to get a starting call right now.
I mean-
Just take a backup job, hope that your quarterback gets injured, sign with a team where the quarterback's going to get hurt,
Right.
and then in 2 years you'll be a starter again.
And frankly, if I would rather have in Miami backing up Tua, I would rather have Tannehill than Zach Wilson. I don't think I'm alone there.
I don't think they'd
Tannehill
bring
is
him
proven.
back just
He's a
because
proven-
of that.
Yeah, and
They
he
don't
wouldn't
want that
come back.
problem for Tua. Tua, like, with the backup situation, I don't know this, but like part of it is kind of like they need a backup that
no one wants,
not going to be a threat to
that none of the
Tua.
fans
Yeah,
want.
like they've been doing a bad job going too
There's a little
far.
truth to that.
They've been going too far in the opposite direction where it's like, okay, this
Yeah.
person's not a threat at all, and like also this person seems incompetent in the filling in this role situation because none of his backups have been good with this system, right?
There's truth to that.
Quinn
Ryan
Ewers was
Fitzpatrick.
bad.
That was
Quinn
not
Ewers
this
is
system.
not as bad
He
as
was
everybody's
ter-
making him
in the
seem.
preseason game. He was terrible.
No,
He
he
was
wasn't.
terrible.
He was hitting people in the hands. They were dropping passes.
Yeah, I don't think he was that bad.
He wasn't terrible.
Well, he lost 2 fumbles.
That was not good.
Yeah, one of them was a sack on 4th down. He was
Yeah.
in possession anyway.
All right.
Bad game for Quinn Ewers.
If
You
you're
would
looking
say.
for the most optimistic spin you could possibly
Go
have
on.
for Tua in his career, if you're looking at a guy who isn't necessarily known for being out of the pocket, was considered undersized, accurate thrower, first 4 seasons as a starter, only starts 1 playoff game, loses that game, Drew Brees.
There it is.
The rest of his career escalates from there, and he goes down as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. That's not saying that's what Tua's going to be, but over the course of the first 5 seasons, 0-1 in the playoffs, really accurate passer, theoretically, it can go better from here. The difference being it took Drew Brees changing franchises and going from then San Diego to New Orleans.
I'm going to go on the record. Sometimes you got to go on the record. I'm going to go on the record here because we're talking about Jordan Love. Green Bay Packers this year, last in the NFC North.
Behind the Bears?
On the
You
record.
hate him.
On the record. Yeah, if I said last, that would be behind the Bears.
you heard-
so now I'm
Behind the-
moving
but behind the
divisions.
Bears?
You remember they're in that division. 'Cause
This has potential. It has real potential to be an embarrassing look for you. I cannot wait for this
Last
audio.
in the NFC North.
I
There's
cannot wait for
only
this audio.
one way that it does it if they're actually last in the North.
That's right.
That's
I
right.
mean, I hope
am-
Jordan Love wins MVP. In fact, I'm putting in.
That's not a
more.
terrible prediction because if Caleb Williams has a much better season, which he will, the Bears have a very good chance to be appreciative.
How you like
better.
your ally?
I mean, it's not what I was hoping for, but we'll see. Remains to be seen.
You
Wait to
hate
see.
him so much. I don't know what
I'm
Jordan
just speaking
Love ever
truth. That's all it
did
is.
to
It's not about
you.
hate.
You know, you're a hater.
It's basically just are the Bears going to be better than the Packers?
Is Caleb Williams going to be better than Jordan Love? Is basically what the
Well,
Jordan
well,
hate over here.
That's right.
But
I'm not
it's Ben
sitting here telling you.
Johnson, too.
I'm not sitting here telling you the Packers will win 3 games. Maybe the Packers win 8 games. Last in the NFC North. That's what I'm saying. Tony, go ahead.
Getting back to Najee Harris. Superficial eye injury for July 4th, the fireworks. Back in practice, back doing drills, back running again. So good to see.
Is he wearing a patch?
Good for him.
We don't know if he's wearing a patch or not.
Like a
You,
pirate?
you have to wear a patch.
He's probably wearing a visor, so nobody kind of gets in there with a hand. But I don't think a patch is working.
Ooh, that's a dirty move because like a lot of things happen in the bottom of
Exactly
a pile for a
right.
running back. You think someone's going to try and poke him?
You got to get the Willis McGahee all black. You remember when he used to play for the Ravens? He had the all black visor. Wow, look at How did they not ban that? I think they did. Did they?
I think they might have.
You have to have a prescription, I believe.
They ban everything that's
What if you
fun.
got one eye?
I feel like they
You
can
can
make
get
that's-
half-
That's a
half an eye
disability. I
patch,
feel like
yeah.
I think Billy's right. You have half a visor.
Now you have
Yeah.
to supply your own visor.
Can't be good for a running back to have one eye.
You can't play running back with one eye, right? You got to play with two.
I don't know. You sleep with one eye open, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, but how about trying to hit the hole? You got to see both eyes.
Do you do anything else with one eye open?
Hey.
Yeah, like when you're doing archery.
Skeet shooting too.
Yeah.
You know?
Skeeting.
Yeah. Any other headlines, Tony?
A couple of tertiary headlines
You
here.
wink with one eye
Tyrod
open.
Taylor.
That's
That's true. Tyrod Taylor has surgery. He's done for the preseason. And Rondale Moore, season ends again on a knee injury.
All right.
With the Vikings.
I think we've tapped all the interesting
On the
Sad to
list
see
of
there.
things
Yeah.
nobody cares about.
No, I care
We
about
are getting
Rondale
to the
Moore.
bottom of the
I care
barrel.
about Rondale Moore. Remember that college game day piece that they did on Purdue and the
was fun. It
cancer
was nice,
situation?
yeah.
Rondale Moore had a hell of a game. Purdue was America's team for one brief night, and Urban Meyer had to wear that.
Good job, Tony.
Yep, good job, Tony.
And those
Just
are
filling you in.
Tony's NFL
Very nice.
headlines.
Just filling you in on what's going on around the league, just in case you're like, where's Rondale Moore, who's a Viking? Now he's done.
Okay, baseball notes now, Jeremy.
So tonight is this New Heights, right? Tonight's this New Heights episode with the Kelsey brothers that Taylor Swift, we've been talking about this for like 36 hours now. That's happening tonight, right? Is that going to be, like, is this going to be like the most listened to podcast ever? I mean, when I say that, it sounds like a stupid thing to say, but I don't know. It feels like maybe it's going to be like this massive listen.
They already jumped up in the podcast charts to #1 just off the news. Like they were 5 or 6. Like not that I track these things, but yeah, yesterday they skyrocketed up before it even came out.
And the timing is not coincidental. Taylor Swift just announced that she's got a brand new album coming out.
There you go, Dad.
Yeah,
Nothing gets by you.
The album is going to be #1 for several weeks. It's a guarantee. And she could be on for 10 seconds and say nothing. And just the fact that they can advertise her being on is going to make this just... It's
You really got your
incredible.
thumb on the pulse of this story.
Well, I mean, what am I missing?
No, he knows it's not a coincidence that, she's coming on at the same time. The timing is, also happens to be, coming out with an album. I don't know. Makes sense. Yeah.
Are you guys going to listen to this episode?
No.
I might.
Yeah? How?
Yeah. I'm a Swiftie. I'm a closet Swiftie.
Are you?
Yeah, I
wow.
like Taylor
Is your
Swift.
coming out here?
Yeah,
Name
no.
3 of her songs.
Well, you just
You know,
told us.
I don't want to take a quiz, but I admire her. I think she's a great businesswoman. I like her music. I think she's very talented.
On the list of things that you admire about her, what is the power ranking? Because you said that like businesswoman was the first thing that you did, and then you said I gotta like her music.
I mean, she had all that stuff with her where she lost the rights to her music for a while. She made the most of that. She's a billionaire, which isn't usual in the music industry. She sort of has traversed from a country type feel to very much a pop feel.
Go on.
So she's genre bending.
Yeah.
I just think she's very admirable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see on her tour she gave like the truck drivers like a bonus of like $100,000 stuff? Like
Very
charitable.
Taylor. Very Taylor.
It's
Yeah.
very Taylor.
I feel like if we asked ChatGPT about this Taylor stuff, we would have gotten everything my dad just said.
You're very critical today.
I know.
Yeah,
so.
that's
today.
I'm glad you chastised him. This is the one episode in sports content history that everyone's looking forward to that you actually don't have to listen to if you're in media, and you'll know everything that happens on this episode because everything's going to get clipped.
Yep.
Every single thing, everything
Everything.
that she says, you will know. You don't actually have to download this
Now,
episode.
is it going to be like an in-studio appearance, or she's going to be on her own separate Zoom?
She's
No,
with
next to Travis.
Yeah, in the clip, she's next to Travis.
It would have been great if she was with Jason and
Yes.
Travis was available via Zoom.
Yeah. Start a
So if
rumor.
she's going to be with Travis, it'll be a little bit like when you were sitting on the same side of the booth with your wife then.
That's a very good point by you.
They're just gonna be
like
next to
that.
each other like
yeah,
that?
just like that.
You were the original Travis and Taylor.
Yeah, you know what?
Look
That's a
at you
good
guys,
point.
just a bunch of hut sluts,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Very nice. It's a love story. Probably my favorite song of hers. Now that I think about
Wow.
it, just popped into my mind.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
See, I'm not criticizing that. That was good.
That was impressive.
Wow. All right.
Okay, so that's interesting that you say that because it reminds me. I want to talk about a couple shows on TV right now, and I'm reminded of The Bear because that song was in the television show The Bear. I'm watching The Bear season 4 right now. Has anyone watched it? Has anyone finished season 4?
How did you make it to a fourth season of that?
Oh, you bailed on it?
Yes.
Season 3 was not good.
I bailed after 2. I heard season 3 was out.
Oh,
I'm like,
season 2 is
Halfway
good.
through season 2, I'm like, I get it.
Really?
Yeah, I get
I'm the
it.
only one that's still with
There's
The
a lot.
Bear?
There's a lot that goes into making a sandwich. I'm good.
It's not that intense. I've worked in a restaurant.
Wow,
We get it. You're out of fries.
I'm the only one.
I'm still hanging on to The Bear, but I will say this. What's ludicrous to me is they classify that as a comedy. The last season was
That's
some
not
of
a
the
comedy.
was some of the darkest show on TV. It was depressing.
What?
It was somber,
Pumpernickel shortage or something?
crazy.
That's not a comedy.
Cousin, chef. I got it.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Behind.
Wow, I can't believe you guys are all out on The Bear. I'm I think 7 episodes through season 4.
Okay.
I'll probably finish.
How
it
many of the
tonight.
episodes do they have a stressful situation in the kitchen of those that you've seen?
I'll be honest with you. This season 4 so far, I don't think there's been any stressful situations in the kitchen.
I might come back then.
It's
Is there
been-
actual character development, or is that not a thing they pay attention to either?
I think season 4 it's back. Like season 3 was not great. It wasn't what the first couple seasons were. I feel like they're back with.
I
this
don't know what
season.
back means for that show. It's just not for
It
me.
means it's good again.
No, it's just not for me.
All right, that's fine.
Give it another chance. Remember the promise of the first year and give it another chance.
Nah.
The acting is so good in this show.
I do like the actors. And I will say, like the
Lots
first
of
couple
cameos.
the first couple episodes were gripping.
Oh, so
I
good.
was into it. I'm like, I think I really like this show.
Yeah.
And then towards like the end of the first season, I'm like, all right, that's a good start off point. And then like I saw the first 4 episodes of season 2. I'm like, all right, so it's just the same thing.
So you never even got to the fishes episode in season 2? That's the Christmas episode.
What, they had a fish special?
7 fishes Christmas? You never got to the Christmas episode? Oh my
I've got it
god.
before that.
Why is it called The Bear?
That's a restaurant?
Well, and
his
the
nickname, right?
family is named Berzado.
Oh,
So
like the rat.
all right.
Yeah,
Rathskeller.
I'm not. I apologize.
Rathskeller.
Art is
Yeah,
subjective. Those people actually, the actors do a really great job on that show, and a lot of people like it. I'm the weirdo.
I like it a lot.
You're fine.
But there's another show that just debuted last night, which I've been looking forward to. It's coming out, I guess, every single week, but a double episode premiere came out yesterday. And I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it really soon because me and my boys are looking forward to it. There's a new Alien.
Oh,
television
dude, the
series.
reviews for this are sick.
Very, very high scores, right? Alien Earth.
I love the Alien franchise.
Me too.
I thought Romulus was my favorite movie
Romulus
last
is
year.
an excellent movie.
That was my favorite movie that came
That's
out
a
in theaters.
proper alien movie.
That's
Alien
a great
Romulus.
alien movie, and
Yep.
I ratcheted up expectations for this show.
This Alien Earth, I saw the IMDb scores. They're like in the 9s.
you
for
know
the
who's in
first
this
couple.
show?
Who?
Timothy Oliphant.
Oh yeah, he's got like white hair.
I love that dude. He's
Yeah.
really good. Who's the guy that he looks like?
Timothy Oliphant looks like another guy.
Yeah, Josh Duhamel.
No, that's who it is.
Yeah.
And they
but
both
this
get
guy's
kind of
got
confused
edge.
for each other.
You ever watch Justified?
No.
Goggins is in that one.
Yep. Is Goggins in Alien Earth?
No, he would make a great android though.
Nah, that's too bad. Yeah, so no one has seen it yet, this Alien Earth. It just
So hold on,
premiered
explain to me.
yesterday.
So we've got the original Alien movie.
Yeah. Well,
right?
there's a bunch of them, yeah.
But like there's the original one,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the other ones are playing off of this one. So like, where are we in the timeline of?
I don't know,
Alien
because
World?
I haven't watched the show yet last night. But for instance, like Alien Romulus, which came out last year, takes place between Alien and Aliens.
Yeah, this is, but this TV series, in terms of timeline, second earliest on the timeline behind Prometheus, because Prometheus. Well, I guess Prometheus had a sequel, so those first two are first in the timeline. This happens before Ripley, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is, well, it's not in the past. It's in our past, but it's in the future because the Alien universe.
Yes, it's in the cinematic timeline past, but in our future.
Yeah.
Here because it hasn't happened yet.
Do,
It's like in
do you
the
understand how time
2070s
works,
or something?
Billy?
I understand how time works. Usually there's a past and there's a future.
Yeah.
But this you're saying is both.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's our past. The original Alien is our past because
Our
that movie came
human
out in the
past?
late 70s.
Yeah.
But it takes place in the future because it's in like the year 2300.
That's
or
a
something.
problem, is that we're quickly getting to the future of the past. I mean, we are in the future
Right.
of the past,
Yeah.
but you know, we now are living in times that in cinema of yonder year, this was the future.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, kind of disappointing. We haven't really made as much of the future as they were anticipating.
Billy, I saw something on Instagram, like a tile, and I was on a gummy, and it just freaked me out.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
The universe already ended, and we're just living in its echo.
That's not what I saw.
Do you think that could be true?
Think about that.
Let my boy cook, dude.
What does that mean?
The universe has already ended,
Yeah.
but we're living in its echo.
No, I
it
feel
just
you.
hasn't reached us.
No, I
yet.
feel you, because when you see a star, that star has probably been dead for hundreds of millions of years, and we don't know it, and we're just seeing the light of it now from wherever it came from, and it's already dead.
Right? These are the things I think about when I'm on 10 milligrams.
No, but that doesn't. I don't understand.
The universe is already over, pal.
Yeah.
Billy,
Then
you understand how
we'd-
time works?
We'd be
just
over if the universe was over.
No. It's like a plane going overhead.
Yeah.
You see it go overhead, and then a little bit later you hear the sound because the speed of sound.
Yeah, but I'm moving my hands, so I'm not dead.
Yeah, but you understand, like when they say like, oh, that's like 200 million light years away.
Yeah, but the
Right.
star, you're just seeing it. I'm living this, so it's not. Someone could be seeing
You're
this
just living in
light
an
years
echo,
from
pal.
now.
You're in an
Someone could be
echo.
seeing it, but I'm still doing this. So someone will see this in light years.
You know how like
I'm presently still alive.
right, but you know how in disaster movies, like an asteroid hits the Earth,
Yeah.
right, and where it hits, like that spot gets blown up.
Yeah, they're dead.
And it takes like a couple minutes to catch up to like the other coast.
Yeah.
That's what's happening now.
But just extrapolate that over hundreds of millions of light years, or billions of light years, and the time.
No, but you
it
are
takes.
alive still. They will experience it in light years, but you're still alive right now.
Yes.
When they experience it, you might be dead, but you're still alive.
Oh, we're gonna
Correct.
live out our lives, hopefully, on this Earth, despite the universe being dead.
Another concept of time that is undermauled is the fact that there really is no such thing as the present. Because what I'm saying right now is instantly in the past, and what I'm about to say is in the future. So the present, as we define it, the present is fleeting. It's gone. What I just said, the past. Now, the future. You know what I'm saying? There's no present.
No, there is a present in the present. It's just very short-lived.
What you just said is in the past.
Yes, but
Wow.
it was present when I said it.
Now it's in the past.
Are you guys on gummies now? What's going on?
I did go to Clips last night.
What is that? Is that a haircutting place?
No, it's basically
That'd be nice, though.
It's Oasis for, well, it's like Bloasis.
So to sum up, I'm not the only one excited for Alien Earth.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You will not check it out.
course I will.
You're not a sci-fi guy.
I am
It's
just-
not
I
for
like
you.
it.
Look
no,
at all these
what a
amazing
lie.
things that we're creating, even though the universe is over.
Tony, best sci-fi movie?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
big
tough.
sci-fi guy. Yeah.
No, I mean,
so many to choose
there's
from.
There's 1,000 movies. I don't know.
It's like Greg's
like the
love
ori-
for Taylor Swift.
The original Predator.
That's a great one.
It's a
Okay.
cruel
That's
summer,
Arnold.
Good
brother.
answer.
That's my favorite sci-fi movie too. I do like the Matrix.
Matrix is fun. I like The Matrix.
Good answer,
We
too.
could also be living in that, even though the universe is over.
We are.
This could all be a simulation.
Which pill did you take?
The 10 milligram one I thought.
Hey, Did we? Dana White spoke yesterday, right?
I'm more confused than ever, pal.
So Dana White spoke yesterday. Greg, you know that there are all these new streaming deals that have been announced. We've been talking about it a lot here. ESPN and WWE, ESPN NFL, which, by the way, I saw yesterday someone said the ESPN NFL thing may not take place until 2027. Boy, way to get my hopes up. That's a couple years away.
But now we know where Red Zone is.
No, we don't. Where is Red Zone?
If it happens in 2027, Red Zone's going to be right in Hulu, right where we want it.
And then we also found out most recently that UFC has a deal with Paramount for $7.7 billion over 7 years.
Greg wrote a column on this.
Oh, did you?
I did in today's Miami Herald, if you want to take a look at it. Double the ESPN deal right now with UFC. I'm telling you, I don't particularly, no offense, Tony, I'm not a huge UFC fan. I don't particularly have much admiration for Dana White, but respect. This league, led by him, this sport, is taking over the world. It's global. It's global in a way that the NFL and NBA aspire to be. I mean, UFC's a monster.
But no offense, Tony.
No, you kind of made all my points
I know,
for
that's
me.
why you were like kind of praising it.
I did see Ariel Helwani, though, on. I think he was on with Bill Simmons, where he was kind of saying, like, well, this is going to be an interesting stretch for them with CBS and Paramount because in terms of, like, social, where they get aggregated, there's a lot of clips. ESPN's social reach combined across their platforms is over 300 million, where the Paramount and CBS is only like 30 million. So while they are getting a lot more money, is this going to be a thing where now they lose exposure, they lose it being out there? And then he was also comparing it to when ESPN lost NHL. What if ESPN just decides, you know what, now we're not going to cover UFC anymore? And then what happens to the sport if they don't have as much reach and the largest, media entity covering sports just decides we're not going to cover it for the time being, like they did with hockey for a little bit?
Could that be possible? Do you think that could be the case, that ESPN will take a step back? Because
proof of concept, like Billy highlighted, they stopped paying attention to hockey altogether.
Yeah, but I think the main difference of that, though, is there's still a major gambling aspect when it comes to UFC.
I think they'll send like maybe a personality or two to big time fights. I mean, big fights, and they'll break it down in a way that there was a model there for ESPN before they had the rights where they tried to pay attention to it, but it had to be a mega fight. And I think,
but the gambling was not as huge then.
That's a fair point, but they tend to just talk NFL, NBA. And if they have the rights, they'll use that programming to kind of pump people there. They did it. They use First Take a lot. Even with like their boxing, you'll all of a sudden see a boxing segment out of nowhere because they have the rights to push that. If they have no rights to it, they are not incentivized to it. And you may actually see a lot of that time that was dedicated to the UFC go to the other TKO property, WWE. But here's where I'm confused. We were told this is the end of the pay-per-view era.
Good.
You go behind this paywall.
Tired of that.
You go behind this paywall, you get everything, which is massive for the sport because
Big win.
You can kind of tangentially follow this sport now where I'm not going to spend, $60 some odd on every
$90.
Really? 90? Is it that much?
It's $79.99 plus tax ends up being $90.50.
I'm
But
not
you
gonna,
know a guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that for every card. I've done that for maybe 4 cards a year. But now if it's coming with my Paramount Plus, I don't have to feel like, I got to be dialed into this. I got to watch this. It can go up on a second screen, and I can just pay attention there. I think it's going to be huge. No pay-per-views, that's amazing. That's a win for the consumer. Dana White came out yesterday and he said, not so fast, my friend, on the pay-per-view thing. He reserves the right to still do pay-per-view events. Can we figure this stuff out when we are announcing
It's
these
big
things?
fights, Mike. That's what you're going to be looking at.
But the big fights are supposed to. That's what the 7 point set. That's what the money's for.
Yes.
I mean, they're getting $7.7 billion, and they still may have to charge us for pay-per-views.
Yes, but if you're talking about something so big, something so massive that you can charge $100 $120 for a pay-per-view setting, like July 4th, White House lawn, biggest card of all time, if they can put all these massive fights together, all of a sudden you're looking and being like, yeah, we're not going to hide that behind $13.99 at Paramount. We're going to charge $100 for it.
Better be Trump fighting
and
for
people
$100.
They're gonna buy it.
Better be.
It's got to be $17.76, not a penny more, not a penny less.
Who's Trump going to fight?
$1,700.
That'd be
It's going to
sick.
be $250 for the anniversary.
Trump versus Greg Cote.
I don't like. And
I'd pay for that.
You saw this other thing?
Who wins?
There's an ESPN plus Fox team up streamer now too.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's different than the one that got shut down where it was
so
Fox,
confusing.
ESPN, and
It's
HBO.
confusing, yeah.
What
are we doing? What am I paying for? Stop announcing streamers that don't exist yet. I need proof of concept. What is this going to look like? How much? Stop scaring me. Stop scaring me into what I'm going to pay for. Why are these
Mike, we're
going to
go back to the future. We're going back to the future. We're going to just get cable
like
again.
Alien.
Like Alien, exactly.
Billy,
right.
you understand how time works?
Now you see it, right? We're going back to the future. Anyways, let's really quick about the Paramount thing. And I think Billy brought up an interesting point.
It's
where,
Ariel's. I stole it from Ariel.
Sure, but like the point that you made, that Ariel made, that you brought here to us right now. The $300 million across all platforms when it comes to social versus CBS's and Paramount's $30 million. UFC is in a very interesting point where they are probably the most social media friendly sport because of the instantaneous way and things happen, right? Knockout, submission, this, that. You don't need the buildup of an NFL play, an NBA play, a Major League Baseball play, soccer, this, that. It's like 6 seconds, boom, you're out, and you're going to get seen 1 million times over.
Right.
So I think what the UFC is doing is they're betting, saying, I think as a brand, socially, we're big enough that wherever we go, people are going to follow and people are going to go look at the things on those pages, right? I don't think ESPN is the end-all, be-all when it comes to UFC or MMA social clips. They can put that out on their own stuff. CBS can do whatever they want, but it just feels like that's the bet they're making is we're big enough where we can do it on our own, and it doesn't really matter.
And you know, this impresses me, too, about this deal, about UFC getting $1 billion a year deal, because it comes at a time when a public perception, and Ariel Helwani has said this, UFC is looking for its next big superstar.
Mm-hmm.
They're on a little bit of a lull right now.
I believe they found it.
Okay, that's
Ilya Taporia.
They're good.
That's the
They just got
perception
$7
now.
billion.
I know, but that's faith in the brand. Like, even if they don't have all of the big superstars right now, that's faith in the brand. UFC is so big, so global, so prominent. Even if it's in a temporary lull, the faith in the brand is $7.7 billion. That's impressive.
And it's growing, right? Like you're not seeing all these American fighters becoming champions. You're seeing worldwide dominance from all over the globe, and
Right.
people are falling in love.
They got a bunch of
droves.
Arab fighters. My son loves the Arab
Big one
fighters.
this weekend.
It is time for
Amin.
to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy.
Amin.
Weekend observations presented by Miller Lite. Then, after what felt like an eternity of waiting, a lifetime of nothingness, a vast gaping hole in all our lives, Friday night came and salvation arrived. And people rejoiced, not just in Miami, but all over the country, and indeed the world. And just like that, make no mistake, Las Rosas is back. Yeah, and also, also NFL football.
Oh.
You guys know what the L in NFL football stands for?
What?
Las Rosas. Shedeur Sanders
Wait a second.
forced into a starting role due to injuries. Scintillating. 2 touchdowns in the first half. You guys know what else the L in NFL football stands for? Looks like the real deal. Afterwards, Shedeur confronts longtime Browns beat reporter Tony Grossi in the tunnel. Do you guys know what else the L in NFL football stands for? Long time. And also legendary. Tony Grossi. Did on ESPN Cleveland. He told Shedeur this was a big night for you. You guys know what else the L in NFL football stands for? Let's not get carried away. The preseason game. What are we doing? The big night? Come on now. Asia Wilson dropping the WNBA's first 30-20 game. GOAT. Diana Taurasi dropping more F-bombs in her documentary than points scored in her career. My GOAT. Shohei Ohtani hit with a $240 million lawsuit on Friday, then hit 3 homers on the next 3 days. You know what that's called? Silencing the critics. Believing that Mike McDaniel could break up an actual NFL fight is like clicking on the Jerkmate logo and believing you're about to watch Stranger Things. What happened there? You guys know about this, Jerkmate?
I hate clicking on it by accident.
I know. Thought I was going to see Stranger Things. I saw Stranger Things, though. Buying your doughs from CVS. Dangerous game. Top 5 most embarrassing things to buy from CVS. OLI. Tampons. I know, it's normal. Everyone goes to it, but it's just like something weird about me going to the counter with tampons. I don't know.
Because period.
OLI. Exactly. You get it, Tache. OLI. Condoms. I always keep waiting for the cashier to say congratulations on the sex. OLI. Hard liquor. I get my Miller Lite from a CVS, no problem. I get hard liquor, I feel like it seems like I have a problem. And I'm like, I don't
doesn't have a liquor
I
license.
couldn't agree more with you, Amin. Strong agree.
Hell, it doesn't. The hell it doesn't, Zaz. See, you haven't been to the right CVS.
Speaking of hell.
Not yet.
Later on, sorry.
All right. Number 5. Depends. It just means yourself, right?
Or
Number 4. Supplements. You know the kind I'm talking about. Number 3. Personal lubricant. Number 2. Christmas gifts. It's an admission. I'm a piece of who forgot.
No, it's a good stocking stuffer place. You get a lot of stocking stuffers at CVS.
No, you go Christmas shopping at CVS. I'm a piece of who forgot, and I got to get this gift in right now.
And you also have the hard liquor in your cabinet, and you're like, oh, this guy's definitely.
And the lube?
This guy's a piece of.
The tampons? What's happening here?
Who is
and
this
number
guy?
1. Those. Why would you just go to a sex store? Go to a sex supermarket with your son. Buy them there like a normal person.
You ever
The
buy,
Jets.
You ever buy the Father's Day card on the morning of Father's Day?
Every year.
And it's like this. Like it's better if you do it the day before. The day before, it feels like you feel like a good person. You do it morning of on the way over to your dad's, and you meet the other guy there that's also doing it last minute.
Yeah.
And all the good cards are gone. It's like
course.
sad cards there. Like that's always a sad time. The morning of buying that card.
Quite an admission by you.
Mother's Day, I meant.
Oh.
Chris, that's honestly, I went with Christmas for number 2 because of the lore. But the reality is any one of those holidays,
Yes.
Father's Day, Mother's Day, like whenever you're buying the day of
The card, you're good there.
at CVS, they know you're a
that day.
piece.
Yeah, for sure.
They know you're a piece. Even birthday card, to be honest with you, because if you had time, you wouldn't have gone to CVS to
Right.
get a birthday card. The whole card section. You know what? The whole card section. The Jets. Nope. Nope. Actually, you know what? Leave it in there. Embarrassing thing to get at CVS, the Jets. The Jets. Dropping a documentary next week that detailed the events of last season. That's the textbook definition of insult to injury. Nobody wants to relive that. Why? Why would you do that?
What happened last year?
Nothing.
Couple.
Can we just watch sports at a certain point? Like Hard Knocks, there's the SEC show now, there's the quarterback show, the Jets have a documentary, North Carolina's going to have their documentary, there's a cowboy documentary. Like, can I just watch football and not worry about all that other stuff?
We should do a doc of us watching football this season, and it'll come out at the end of the season.
That's come out at the beginning of next season.
Right.
Because that's what the Jets did.
Yeah.
They took a whole goddamn year to put this thing together. What are you doing over there? Aaron Rodgers complaining about the new helmet he has to wear after the league deemed his old helmet didn't meet safety standards. You know what he's doing, right? Setting up those excuses ahead of time. The guy's a master excuse maker. Come on, guys. So, oh, it's the helmet. Oh, I didn't have enough helper. Oh, it's always something with this guy. It's never I wasn't good enough. Paramount Plus. Securing the rights to UFC. Me clicking on Lioness for Zoe Saldana. and getting Amanda Nunes instead. Collision course.
Good one.
I wrote that one for you. Tom Brady statue. Looking more like Tom Brady than Tom Brady is like seeing the Jerkmate logo. Wait a second. I already used that punchline.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, my fault. All right. The Marlins. The bed. As soon as Taché started hyping him up, congratulations. You ruined it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Texas. Texas opening up at number 1 and having to face Ohio State in week 1 doesn't seem fair. Also, how's the defending champ not number 1? Like, they're good enough for you to rank them 2 or 3, depending on who you ask, but not good enough to be number 1. They won it. The team that they're playing week 1 is a team that they beat en route to that championship. How are they not number 1? Does anyone have an explanation for it? I'm actually asking. This isn't part of the notes.
I mean, Texas had a really good offseason. They acquired a lot of talent.
And they got Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Defending champs, man. They used to mean something.
I'm with you, though.
Pablo Torre, Katie Nolan, and the third gentleman whose name escapes me. Discovering in 2025 the existence of Def Comedy Jam icon, Alonzo Jones. How? The episode should have been called Pablo Torre Finds Out About Black People. Hamburger. Wick Grousbeck. Thinking he could sell the Celtics for $6 billion and still remain in charge for a couple of years.
When are they going to learn?
Like, I know. It's like clicking on the jerk. Wait, hold on. How many of these do I have in here?
Have you ever heard of
Jerkmate? Meadowlark Media dropping a Tarasi documentary that didn't talk to the one Meadowlark Media employee who not only worked with Tarasi, but helped her win her first WNBA title. What the hell are we doing? Speaking of hell, Art Briles. Those are the weekend observations.
Very good. Good job, Amin.
I tried.
When are
That's
these
effort,
owners,
guys.
or governors, when are these NBA governors going to learn? Like Wick Grousbeck, who, I guess, previously owned the Celtics. He's not going to own them anymore. They're selling the team. He thought he was going to stay on as the governor the same way like Mark Cuban thought he was selling the team, and he's going to still be like, you don't get to sell the team and still be in charge. When are they going to learn?
It's so funny because, like you said, Mark Cuban has that. We're dealing with the same thing with the Lakers sale. They're saying Jeannie Buss is still going to be the governor. And the thing I keep saying is, imagine selling your car and then telling the guy who bought the car, oh, by the way, I still get to drive it.
Yeah.
It's still my car. You're paying for it, though. And in a couple of years, eventually, you get to drive it.
Like, it seems like something if the guy buys a team for a few $1 billion, probably wants to be in control.
They bought the team because they want the toy. They want to play with the toy. They didn't buy the toy so that someone else could play with it, and then they just say, oh, well, I own it. That's not – you don't buy a sports team for, like, the investment. I mean, sure, it's a good investment long term, but you buy a sports team because you're into the sport and you want to be able to say, yeah, I know Jason Tatum, and he comes to my parties all the time, and I sit courtside, and people come up to me, and I'm an important person. And without the ability to play basically God and say, oh, I'm going to trade him, I'm going to sign him, I'm going to fire him, then you're just a guy on the sideline. People say, hey, you're not the owner. I know who the owner. The owner is Jeannie Buss. Look at her. She's over there at the press conference. Dude, it doesn't work this way. These people don't spend this money to not control the team.
Yeah, but I feel like a former prominent owner, like a Mark Cuban, assumes sort of an emeritus position, at least publicly. Like, he's still allowed to go to the game. They're still going to show him in the stands. They're still going to come to him for comments when his former team makes a big trade.
But he's not at that Board of Governors meeting anymore.
No, but I find that normal, though, that a former owner would still want some of that spotlight to linger even after he sells the team.
Greg,
Human
it's
nature.
not so much about the spotlight. It's about the power. The governor is the one who votes at the Board of Governors meetings. The governor is the one that is on the committees, right? These are the people who are shaping how basketball kind of works as a business moving forward. And the idea that I would cede that control to someone else, basically for someone else to speak on behalf of a team, not in the court of public opinion, but in the real places where power is heard and listened to, that's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, you want to, Wick, you want to come to games? Come to games.
Right.
You want people to shake your hand, say thank you for the championship? That's fine. What you can't do is say, and the Celtics think we should do this. No. That's my job now.
Right.
I bought the team.
Right, but you can have an opinion. Like, I agree with you. You shouldn't be on the Board of Governors if you no longer have that power. But the former owner carries a little weight in terms of opinion, particularly if it's an owner who was respected like Mark Cuban was.
I mean, I got some audio that we want to play for you here. All right. Michael Porter Jr. Now, he's going to play for the Brooklyn Nets this coming season. But his brother doesn't play anywhere anymore. All right. His brother is in big trouble. He had the gambling and the prop bets and, the under, and he got in a lot of trouble. Not good. And his brother, Michael Porter Jr., was on a show called One Night Steiny. All right.
One night with Steiny.
One Night with Steiny,
One
Greg.
night in Steiny.
I told you, Greg. It's One Night with Steiny. So here is Michael Porter Jr., Amin. Let's give this a listen, where he's probably talking about things that he in particular should not be talking about.
Think about if you could get all your homies rich by telling them, yo,
no shit,
bet $10,000 on my under, this one game I'm going to act like I got an injury and I'm gonna sit out. I'm going to come out after 3 minutes. And they all get a little bag because you did it one game. Like, that is so not okay. But some people probably think like that. They come from nothing, and 100%. All their homies have nothing.
100%.
And they're like, bro, if I come out of this game after 3 minutes and y'all all hit on my under, we're all getting a little bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I obviously my brother went through his situation. Malik Beasley's going through a situation right now. Terry Rozier was in some hot water.
How did Michael Porter Jr. wake up one morning and said, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to say all of that out loud.
See, Zaz, your mind went to Michael Porter Jr.'s morning. My mind went to Steiny's morning, where it's like, hey, yeah, we got Michael Porter Jr. on today. Oh, maybe we'll talk about something interesting. Oh, these guys got traded, whatever. Okay, we'll ask him. Get to the topic of gambling. It's like, oh, he's probably going to be real coy around this. His brother's still dealing with the federal investigation and stuff. He's banned from the NBA. But we have to ask. This is a journalistic outfit. I got to ask, and then he can shoot me down. It's up to him. And he asked the question, and Michael Porter Jr. starts detailing how to run a successful gambling operation here. And the sound you hear, if you turn the volume up really, really loud, I'm not saying let's replay it now, but you can rewind in the podcast. Turn it up really loud. When you hear him say, oh, get all my homies a bag, you can hear of Steiny hitting the bottom of the desk. Because you're like, oh, he said it. Oh, my God. And you guys didn't play this part, but he goes on, Michael Porter Jr. does, to say, we all had our struggles in life. My brother struggled all the time with gambling and money. That's why God didn't give him money. He's like, me, my vice was women. I had women everywhere. My brother didn't have women. So for me, I don't have a wife. And shout out to B-Hen from Club 520. Because he said, he basically said, my brother never got bitches, but I was swimming in it. Basically, it was the messaging by Michael Porter Jr. there. But it's fascinating. And one final shout out to Steiny. If you listen to him,
I want to break in really quick. This is Steiny from the Nelk Boys, correct?
Yeah, Steiny, the one that interviewed Netanyahu.
Right.
I thought this was Willie Cauley-Stein.
Oh, I thought it was Mark Stein. No. What do you put? It was Mark Stein.
It's actually Ben Stein.
Yes. Here's the thing. My dick is really hard talking about gambling.
Clear eye. Why do you sound like Shock G?
Rest in peace.
I once got busy in a Birth King bathroom.
That's pretty good.
Right there in Brickell. That's the one he's talking about.
The one that holdover from the 1980s design.
But yeah, no, like that. You hear him just give him hyping him up the whole time. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Like, no, not 100%, Steiny.
Well, I mean, the next time that someone on one of these shows disagrees with or pushes back against the athlete that's on their show will be the very first time that's ever happened.
All I'm wondering is why we didn't get Michael Porter Jr. This could have been our scoop. This could have been our get. We could have been asking all these. Look, think of all the ridiculous questions. I'm just saying, think of all the ridiculous questions that Chris Cote has asked in interviews over the years, right? Like why would you ask that? Like, Michael Porter Jr. would be the one where it's like, yeah, we're getting an actual answer here.
I just don't understand how. Like, do you think there's a moment after that sit down that he says to himself, you know, it probably shouldn't have been as forthcoming as it was? You know, detailing how he could scam gambling sites. You know, and considering my brother is at the center of it.
But he did have the lame little disclaimer at the first when he said something like, we all know this is wrong, but, and then he details all that. It was totally incriminating.
Yeah, you know, to answer your question, Zaz, no. I think he walked out, that's pretty good. And someone said, hey, man, you don't think we should ask them to cut out the part where you talk about gambling? Like, no, I put the disclaimer saying, no, we all know it's wrong. We're good. It's like the reckless speculation sounder, right? You play it like, you're good. You can say whatever you want after that.
Yo, Amin, how excited are you about NBA schedule release tomorrow? Big day.
My God, man. Stupid. The only people who should care, obviously the teams, right? The media people who have to travel. If you're, for instance, if you're Jason Jackson, voice of the Miami Heat, he's got to figure out what city he's going to be in at any given moment. If you're a beat writer, if you're Ira Winderman, I got to figure out which one of these flights I got to start booking hotels now, right? But fans, who cares, man? You're going to find out when you find out. You'll find out like, hey, this week, the Lakers are playing against the Mavericks. I better tune into that one, right? But you don't need to know in August. And the reason why we do this is because the NFL does this. And the NFL does this because there's only 17 games. People do travel for road games a lot, and they have to book flights and hotels, and that's kind of a part of the NFL culture. And so they've made a big deal out of it, and every team has its schedule release little video and stuff. But the NBA, man, it's a different product. It's like trying to sell Coca-Cola the way Hyundai sells cars. Like, no, we don't have the same approach because we're not selling the same product. It's dumb. Having said that, Christmas Day, no Eastern Conference games other than the first one. You know what that means? It means put the kids to bed right after the Eastern Conference is over. No? Okay.
So at 2 o'clock, after Cavs Knicks, we're putting the kids to bed on Christmas Day?
Hey, you guys just sat there and just like,
okay. Not a lot of buy-in there. We didn't
that
help
was
you out
Jeremy
there.
level buy-in.
What do you think? That's very true.
If you think you're family.
What do you think of the what do you think of our theory that we made earlier this morning that the NBA game should start at the crack of dawn? You have Jazz Wizards just on the TV as you're opening up presents. Just make it a 24-hour hostile takeover.
I'm with it. And I think that should be, everyone's like, how do you punish teams for tanking? How do you punish teams for being bad? We should take away their picks. We should do, no. You make them play Christmas morning, 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. You want to be bad now? See, that gives you incentive. Everyone's like, I'm not trying to be one of the worst teams next year. They're going to start winning games, and that's how you cure tanking.
I mean, you may have heard yesterday I was dealing with a situation at home. I have a high school kid, and I was dealing with a very unpleasant situation as a parent. You got something going on too?
Yeah, no, first of all, your situation was ridiculous, man. The kid's mad. The kid was mad that his mom, White Tam, put limits on his phone. Was that the impetus of
like? Well, no, we did that in response to what we were not happy with him about. Yeah.
What were you not happy about him?
Just his attitude. Like he's moody. Moody teenager.
Moody.
Yeah.
My thing is this: fix your face. You know what? Just fix your face. Get out of here. And the idea that like you allow him, like you can leave. Does he pay the car note on the car?
He actually does make payments.
Does he pay the car note? Does he contribute to the car note? Does he make the car note?
I don't know what that means.
How does he make the payments?
Illegal gambling?
With his the poker game that he's running?
No, he works. He has a job.
What's his job?
He works at a card store.
A card store?
Yeah, trading card store. Yeah.
They can do that?
Yeah, yeah.
16-year-olds can work.
No, he's responsible in that fashion, and we make him
In
pay.
Florida?
He pays. He makes the payments.
What about the insurance?
That's true.
We pay the insurance.
Okay. Cell phone.
Okay, there you
Cell
go.
phone.
Yeah,
There you go,
we
buddy.
pay that. Yeah.
There you go, buddy. You gotta leave all that stuff behind. You can leave.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna leave this property right here.
Yeah.
That's a good, mature young man.
I'm not insuring something that you're just driving around. You're mad at me about. Oh, I'm angry. I'm emotional. I'm on this. Be emotional on your feet. Walk it out.
Gotta be honest.
Get a bike.
Him making car payments, it changes the whole dynamic of
It's
how
not
I'm
cheap,
viewing
the car
this.
payments
I'm
either.
kind of with this kid
This
now.
kid needs I
Yeah.
can pay my car, but I can't go watch the Arab fighters in Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't get that whatsoever.
Shut up, parents. I'm with him.
Loves the Arab fighters.
The issue I'm dealing with, Zaz, is my child is a sophomore, and we just had curriculum night the other night, and that's where you go to all the classes and you meet the teachers and they're talking about this, that, and the other. And I'm beginning to realize I don't even remember how I took classes in high school. I just showed up and this was my schedule and we did it. And these kids now, they got to pick. You got to pick. Are you going to do AP World History? You do AP US History and then take AP. And I'm like, oh my God, how many AP courses do you take? And I'm looking online and I said, well, the really good schools want to take at least 7. So now we got to figure out, okay, these are the AP courses you got to take, but you can't take these AP courses without these prereqs here, honors this and honors that. And so I'm sitting here, I'm like, my head is spinning at how much I got to do to make sure my kid can get into college. And I go back to what I was doing, and I literally just showed up and they handed me a schedule.
I don't think that's true, man. Like, I remember on the last day of school, you would have to fill some kind of format out, which you would tell them the classes that you want for the next year.
Don't remember any of that. Don't remember any of that. I just remember showing up and like, here's your schedule. I don't. And the idea that now the picking of the classes as a sophomore can have an impact on where you go to college.
Of course.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, man.
I thought senior year. Now we're like, oh, gotta get ready for college.
Nah, senior year is like the least important of
Everyone
your high school
knows
years.
junior year's the big year.
Yeah.
Junior year's the
Is
big
it?
year for everything. Yep.
Senior year ain't man.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Has it always been like that?
Well, the applications go out before senior year, so it's really based off what you've done in
but-
your junior year, and they'll keep monitoring the transcripts come your senior
I was
year.
hardly in school my
which
senior
is
year.
why you have to have some of those APs on the schedule.
At early release, junior
I did
year,
the 7 AP
you're,
class
You're
thing.
applying to classes and some fingering.
Jeremy, you did 7 AP classes and went to UCF?
Yeah, man, I got into Chapel Hill. I just didn't want to take out loans.
Oh, wow.
Chapel loans.
All that work for nothing.
Wow.
Oh, look what he's done.
I like that.
Now I got them. Now I got them on my side. All right, here we go.
Chapel Roan.
But hey, by the way, Tony, I wanted to talk to you about Hard Knocks, man.
Okay.
Big thing about Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
First of all, Greg, you're absolutely wrong. Everyone loves Hard Knocks. You're the only one on this island.
Okay.
But the quality has dipped. The quality has dipped. I say this because the biggest thing about every season of Hard Knocks is always what? The first intro to episode 1.
Thank you.
That's
dude.
right. That's where they get you like.
Better give me
oh,
some
shit,
sprinklers.
This year was so bad. The worst
The
one
best
ever.
one ever. The best one ever was, and look, I'm not endorsing the man. I'm just saying it was a hell of an intro to their season of Hard Knocks. Was the Raiders with John Gruden?
Yeah.
Where he says, everyone's got a dream. I dream about playing in NFL. I dream about doing this. He's like, I'm not into dreams anymore. I'm in nightmare.
Dude, I love
Electric. It's electric, dude.
I loved that. The first he does that speech, like every college program has put out him giving that speech now. So I'm a little over that
He
speech.
did it to Georgia just a
but
couple of
it
weeks
does
ago.
slap. The first time you hear it on Hard Knocks, it did slap.
I'm in a
Because you know
Knock
what
on
they
the wood
did?
if you hear me.
nightmare.
Was that Gruden or Jack Nicholson?
Nightmares, man.
His son's still a coach on the Raiders. You guys know that? Deuce Gruden.
Nightmare.
He didn't send any
He used
emails.
to work at
But
Hooters.
Gruden just won some lawsuit.
Yeah, he's going to get his day in court. Actually, he's not because the NFL does not want to go to Discovery. So
Crush him.
congratulations. That was Nicholson.
So, but when he drops that, I'm in the nightmares. That's where they drop the first notes of the music. Do 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 do. They do that, and then it builds a little bit. Do 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 do.
Yeah, it's so
And then,
good.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, let's watch the Hard Knocks. This year it's like, sit down.
Ugh.
Sit down. Hey, get mic'd up. Oh, I'm getting married too.
Dude.
I don't care, producer man.
It was the worst one ever. It was the worst intro to Hard Knocks ever. It was just him sitting down. Oh, I'm getting mic'd up. Okay, let's do this.
Right.
Oh, and the producer saying, "Oh, you got married. Congratulations. I'm getting married too." Like, I don't care. Way to make it about you, producer man.
A great point.
It was really
Ridiculous. Other notes about Hard Knocks. This is year what? 25, 27 of
Seems
maybe
like it.
no, 30 of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Still can't get the
40.
Close cap. You're 40 of Hard Knocks.
I had
Still
50.
50 of Hard Knocks. Keep
Seems
going.
like it.
Do I hear 51? Still can't get the closed captioning right. I got to deal with closed captioning that A is like on a 30-second delay.
I never know.
No, he's right about that.
I never
He's right
know
about
if
that.
that's the show's fault. Is that my fault? I never know if that's
the
me.
show's fault. That's the show's
It
fault.
could be like internet. I know
Typically-
it's not my fault.
No, it's so typically live events do have a little bit of a delay. You guys had a whole goddamn week, man, to sync this up. Number one. Number two, most shows are smart enough that if there's text on the screen, like for instance, who this rookie unsigned undrafted free agent is, will put the captions up when away from where that text is. Not Hard Knocks. They slap that right over. And I'm like, I don't know who this is now. I just got to go for context clues.
It's Buffalo Joe. Who the hell is that?
Yeah. All right. Number three, Greg McDermott was wearing a T-shirt that said playoff caliber.
Sean, is a brother that's on the staff? Is this nepotism? Who's Greg McDermott?
Sean McDermott.
Oh,
Greg
he's
McDermott's
he's the
basketball
dude the jihad guy. Got it.
coach. Yep.
Dumb T-shirt.
He had the playoff caliber. That's what they got in Buffalo. Like, way to set your expectations super low.
It should be the Dolphins.
This is
slogan.
if they don't do it this time, Mike McCarthy vibes off of McDermott.
I think McDermott's on a hot seat. I do. Nobody says that.
I don't know if they did drastic enough moves. They got Bosa in there, that's fine. But yes, if they fail yet again,
Yeah.
and it's really unfair because Josh Allen, you could make an argument Josh Allen might be the second greatest quarterback of all time, but we don't know it because he keeps running into the greatest quarterback of all time. Yeah. They gotta change it up if they lose to this team again.
And the easiest thing to change is the coach. I totally think he's on the hot seat.
Something
McDermott.
about these coaches, huh?
Has there ever been a good Mick?
Mike McDaniel?
Whoa!
Am I
You're
stepping
gonna-
on something?
Yeah, you did.
Whoa.
Of all people, if you think your family,
If you think you're,
I can't believe it.
would accept you saying a common slur about
Fair enough.
if you think you're
Northern Europeans.
Yeah. Well,
He meant the
MC.
He meant the MC.
Something about these MC coaches. Mike
Chris,
McDaniel.
Is that
Mike
a generational
McCarthy.
divide? Did you not
Yeah,
know
man,
that
I didn't
one?
even know that one.
I was
You know-
with him. I thought good topic.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's been bleeped.
Yeah.
So
All right, but
You're not
let's-
going to believe this. In America,
Still a good take.
They had an attitude towards immigrants way
Let's-
back when.
Let's get back to his topic. Are there any examples of good coaches who
That start with MC?
No,
MC?
let's do the racist one that Jeremy wanted.
It
to
could
do.
actually be worse if you bleep it, by the way.
Mike McCarthy, bad. Mike
Just be
McDaniel, hot seat. Sean McDermott, hot seat. Josh McDaniel, hasn't worked out. Give me a good MC.
it was a good one.
Don
It was
McShula.
a great topic.
Greg's
I tried.
right. Don
He is right
McShula
about
did
that,
work.
that
It's all right. You didn't know.
The McGoat,
I really
some
didn't.
called
You
him.
didn't know.
I really had no
It's
idea.
all right. You
Don
didn't know.
That one's on me. I'm going to Google it.
McShula.
That's
Don't-
right.
Jeremy,
work computer?
Jeremy, somewhere Myers Leonard is like, see? Not so easy, is it?
Ron McDonald, Greg.
He's fine,
Yeah.
by the way.
There you go.
I mean, you
Ron
got anything else
McDonald.
from Hard Knocks?
From Hard Knocks, yeah. Drifting with a kid in the passenger seat.
That is
can't-
crazy.
Drifting with a
That
5-year-old.
can't be legal.
Dude.
And
That
the helmet
child-
doesn't
first of
even fit.
Fuck the helmet. The child is not big enough to sit in the front seat of a minivan, let alone a car that's drifting. And I thought it was going to be like, I saw the course and I was like, okay, so they've got cones and stuff. So he'll drive out to the middle and then he'll start drifting there. Nope. He starts drifting right around the corner of that building immediately. And I'm like, oh, this is CPS waiting to happen. I haven't checked Twitter, but I have to imagine people lost their mind.
What do you
right?
think the Bills hate more? The driving recklessly or the guy like wrangling snakes? Like, what are they like? They don't have contracts where they're like, hey, you can't do dangerous. In the first episode, there were multiple players.
Yeah,
doing
but
dangerous
Chris, the AJ Epinesa doing the python hunting, that's not that bad because the pythons aren't they're not venomous.
Yeah.
For that to come around and choke you, like you're doing something stupid.
I just feel like The Bills can't love that.
I can't love the dude drifting with
That's
a
what I'm
child
saying.
in the
Like,
car.
this is first episode.
child.
2 guys on their off day are doing insanely reckless things.
My favorite thing is not only is there a child, but it's not like, oh, bless his heart, Junior loves drifting. We do whatever. It's like all of them, all 3 of them.
It's
Like,
like
hey, Daddy,
they line up
what's my
for it.
turn?
It's proof that kids will follow you anywhere. Like, it's like, hey, let's go do this insanely dangerous thing. Like, yeah, Dad.
Mike, not on a company laptop, man. Not on a company laptop.
Nah, that's on me. My bad. Ball off me, Coach.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're fired.
Okay, I want to say one thing in rebuttal to Hard Knocks, and I know I'm in a room full of Hard Knocks lovers right now. I want to speak for the rest of America, okay? Right now, people who live in Buffalo are loving this Hard Knocks. People who live in the 31 other NFL cities are either yawning or switching over to a Honeymooners rerun. They don't care. Why?
Those are the options.
That's what a lot of
Why
people are
would
doing.
people care about watching the inner workings of another team that isn't theirs? I just don't get that.
Greg, I can only speak for myself. I love Hard Knocks because it makes me care about teams I don't care about, and it makes me care about players I don't care about. Like whenever I see a guy who like I saw from Hard Knocks, and obviously not like Josh Allen, clearly everyone knows who that is, but like one of those no-name guys, and then like 3 years later, he's in the NFL somewhere else. I'm like, that's the dude. I still, to this day, I remember John Connor from the Jets Hard Knocks. They're like, oh, that's the Terminator. They called him the Terminator. He's a little fullback. And like for years after that, whenever I saw him, like, oh, it's Terminator, man. I don't know. It makes
That ultimate guy was 7-Eleven, right?
7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Hogan.
Always
Great
open.
one.
Darren Waller
Yeah.
was that guy for a lot of people, right?
Darren Waller.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I have a fantasy draft. Like, oh, who's that tight end on the Raiders? I keep seeing on Hard Knocks. Oh, let me take a flyer on him. Like, oh wow, this worked out.
So I'm dating myself, but Bobby Scipio with the Kansas City Chiefs back in the day. What
Yeah,
a story.
I'm telling you, like, it really does a great job. What the Hard Knocks is, Greg, earlier you were like, oh, I feel like it's edited. Of course it's edited. This is a big commercial for the NFL. It's not meant to be revelatory at all. It's not a documentary. It is a great marketing tool for the NFL. It makes you fall in love with characters and people in a way in a league that doesn't really tend to market that way. They market the Shield, they market the teams. But this show makes you care. It shows that, yeah, I can care about things NFL related if I got to know the people behind the masks.
I mean, before we let you go, you got a movie of the week for us?
Yes, movie of the week. This is on Cinephobe. It drops tomorrow. Today, if you're a Patreon member, countthethings.com/ patreon.com/countthethings.
There you go.
Excuse me.
That wasn't good.
We got there.
Yeah, all right. We can do that again. 3, 2, 1. Patreon.com/countthethings. If you're a Patreon member, the episode comes out today. Jurassic Park 3. Yes, this is the sequel that didn't have my man Jeff Goldblum, but brought back Sam Neill, who was not in Jurassic Park 2. And so me, Zach, and Maze, we pull it apart and look around and see if this was really deserved to be an under 40% movie, or maybe it didn't get a fair shake. Did you know that, Zaz, that Jurassic Park 3, poor critic reviews?
I definitely knew that. I don't think I've seen Jurassic Park 3 because it was received so poorly.
Oh, you haven't seen that Spinosaurus? Dude, this is the one where they decide T-Rex not doing it for the franchise anymore. Let's upscale.
I don't think I saw that. I don't know that.
That's
fool,
where that started,
Spinosaurus.
yeah.
I don't know that fool.
Like if you watch the Jurassic World movies, it's all about like, oh, these bigger, badder dinosaurs like the raptors and the T-Rex weren't enough. That started in Jurassic Park 3, where they started trying to like branch out and let us know that there's some other things that are more scary than the T-Rex, which is kind of ridiculous. But also, it is the movie that gave us one of the most famous lines in Jurassic Park world history.
Go on.
Mike, can you recite it?
We're
Do you
going to
know the
need
line
a
I'm
bigger
talking about?
boat.
No, close and very close. Very close. It's a bird cage.
I mean, Cinephobe does such a great job of covering these poor movies, but right now, I have a bone to pick with you. I don't know if you guys have ever done emergency episodes, if you've ever struck while the iron is hot. Right now, this War of the Worlds with Ice Cube is having its moment. And for you guys to not jump in on the action and put out an episode yesterday feels like you're letting your audience down. Has there ever been an emergency episode for a really, really bad movie that has taken over the pop culture?
Man, I don't think so. I think the closest thing we got was the Mortal Kombat
the Home and
Mortal
Home
Kombat episodes. Yeah, but that was just to preview the actual new Mortal Kombat movie that was coming out. Which, by the way, Mike, I don't know if you saw Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the trailer. Thank God we're getting away from that guy that wasn't in the games. I hated that character.
Yeah. I don't know why they do this. Like,
I genuinely hope he dies in the first few minutes.
We don't need more, right? We don't need more. Really quick, by the way, before I get out of here, Mike, I do want to say, because you are an aficionado of international soccer, I don't know if you saw Sudan beat Nigeria 4-0. And this is like a massive thing. This is in the AFCON play. And
Nigeria is the gold standard in AFCON.
Look, I'm going to tell you a quick story. 25 years ago, I was in Sudan for a World Cup qualifier that was played in Sudan. And if Sudan won that game, they were going to go to the 2002 World Cup. And they had to beat Nigeria. Nigeria, if they lost the game, they were out. They knew it. So they had to win. They brought back all their top-tier talents, Akosha, Kanu, all those guys. And I was like, man, we can do this. So, why not us? All this stuff we're playing at home. And Akosha is getting on the bus, and people outside ask him, what's going to happen today? And he holds up a hand, and he goes, 5. We're going to beat them by 5. They beat us by 4. And it was crushing for me in the stadium just to see everyone turn on the team after one goal, because Akosha scored this amazing goal and they started dancing. Everyone started dancing too, and I was like, this is awful. One day we'll be good enough to beat them, and we'll return the favor. And 25 years later, we finally did it. We gave them 4.
Wow.
Suck it.
It's a great story.
Took a while.
It's a great story, the Sudan soccer team. What up, Juju?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
We're doing great outside of Jeremy.
Greg, make yourself at home, by the way.
Right, Jesus, Jeremy. You kiss your mother with those lips?
Man. This is going to be haunting me all day. And probably for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked y'all conversation on the Hard Knocks, though. As a Buffalo Bills fan, let's go Buffalo. I'm so happy that this is the product, because usually we getting spicy stories. We getting people getting their egos big and struck. Man, y'all see it firsthand, but we ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of square bears on our team. We lame as hell, and that's how I like it. Stay lame. I was watching it through the lens of watching it like me and my girl, just trying to imagine Amin watching this, or just a random person who don't love the Bills. And I was like, boy, when KJ Hamler pulled that scooter out of the box, I was like, oh, they hate this shit right here.
That is true. It's like kind of like your own brand. Like I was riveted by Joe Philbin on this thing, but the nation couldn't have liked that.
I thought you were talking about your farts.
Right.
It's like an own brand thing. It is kind of like Hard Knocks. This is almost like farts. Like everyone likes their team.
Smelling your own farts.
Yeah.
Never heard it put quite so eloquently.
Yeah. Thank you.
Juju, are you glad that Mac Hollins isn't there? Because I feel like if Mac was there, this would be the Mac show this season.
No, he's fun.
This would be the Mac show. Yeah, you're right.
Fun.
But I'm not mad. I'm mad he's gone, though, because I think he was a good talent.
Yeah, Matt Collins, former Greg Cote show guest, by the way.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Where'd he rank on your list of all-time guests?
He's on there.
I think he was in the top 50.
He's in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Top 58.
But Juju, I think you just coined a great phrase for the Bills, like their season theme, stay lame.
Yeah.
I like that.
Stay lame as hell.
Stay lame.
And Zach said it earlier, McDermott on the hot seat. Boy, McDermott been on the hot seat with me personally, specifically, for about 3 years now, because we keep coming up to this certain point. We ran the same play a lot of times last year in that game, like to the same side. It's like, hey, man. But salute to my brother. He told us he was just getting through a bout with skin cancer last night. So you got to know, much love to the McDermotts and all the other MCs.
Is this a post-game vibe, Dad? Like, what are you going for here?
What do you mean?
Just this vibe you're going visually.
Yeah, it's casual. It's a post-game thing. Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm
loving it. I saw something online yesterday. Now, I don't know if I'm getting catfished or what, ball sat, but I saw that a picture of Brock Bowers finally came home.
Saw that too.
Is this real? Did y'all see it?
Wow,
I saw it, but
that's
once
big
again,
if true.
Not sure if it's true, but I saw it.
Right. I think it's super, super good news if true. So it made me make a top 5 people in sports that need to come home ASAP list.
Ooh, that's not good.
All right.
Not sports media, right?
I have my own guess.
Regular sports, right? Not sports media.
The Derek White Memorial.
Hey, don't give away the game.
Already happened.
I know.
Right. OLI, Chris Paul. This way, brother. This way.
Really? I thought he had
Come
the
on.
Kobe like super low boy, like 0 all across.
Yeah, it looks like that from that angle. But whenever he playing with the team and he get a foul on him, over with, sir.
Juju,
Salute, though.
Juju, you know what the problem is? He's got the same thing. I don't want to. There's another guy that might be on your list, but he's got a really strong hairline.
Yeah.
But then behind it, it's like a Hollywood facade. You know how like it looks like New York City.
I know who Amin's talking about.
Yes. Number 5, this is a deep cut, but if you real hoopers know, Devin Carter from the Sacramento Kings. Son of Anthony Carter with the Nuggets. Brother, come home soon. He got a drippy curl that's spotty. You know them drippy curls, once they go up here, it is a wrap. So please come home, brother.
Dude, and it's hereditary because his pops was early too. He came in the league ball not by choice.
Exactly. You should take heed from your father. That's what they're there for, to lead us and guide us. Number 4, Kevin Durant.
That's the one.
Come home and stay home.
This is what I'm gonna say. If he brushed his hair, I think he might get some coverage. He might get some coverage if he brushed it.
I saw a video circulating online yesterday about a fan in the crowd says, KD is my MVP, is my GOAT. And MJ, I wasn't alive or something. And he looked that way, and boy, come home ASAP, brother. Yeah. Number 3, Derrick Henry.
I like this one. Sneaky.
Right.
Wow.
Some people saw it. Some people forgot it. He cut his hair last year, and I think he cut it for the right reason. Like, you know, it was time. But now he growing it back. He got braids. He get put in. It's a lot going on, man. Brother, come home and stay home ASAP, Derrick Henry. Number 2, LeBron James.
Hall of Famer.
We all know who number 1 is.
We
got it. Number 1 is.
Put that much money and technology and science into your head, Juju, just to cut it all off. Also, remember he tried to soft launch the bald head look when he was in Miami that one summer, and he looked crazy. And so that's when he knew, I can't go down this route.
But I feel like we'll get used to it sooner than later, man. He got too much money to still be doing that, bro. Come on, LeBron. Come home ASAP. And Brock Bowers, if it's CGI, Brock Bowers, you're on this list. So just throwing that out there. But the number 1 person that needs to come home, sirs, Jalen Suggs from your Orlando Magic.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
All right.
Man, it is getting tricky, Jalen. Congratulations on your relationship. who you got, Mike?
Trae Young.
Oh yeah.
Wispy. He's got wispy hair.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs deservedly so. That is an all-timer. Absolutely. But I can't believe that Trae Young didn't crack this list, given all the memes of that lollipop that gets stuck in the rug.
Yeah, I gotta live in Atlanta, and Trae be outside more than y'all would think he'd be outside. So I ain't got time for that, Trae. Come on, watch out.
Doc Rivers is another one. Strong hairline. Nothing.
Yeah, in the front.
Yeah, I think some of those brothers got the tattoo hairline, the real fine tattoo. I want to snitch.
I know 2 NBA players who have, or actually 3. Yeah, I'm not going to snitch on them. Wow. We can tell. We can all tell.
PJ Tucker?
Right. Damn. Direct hit.
Oh, must have been it.
Means
must have
gone.
been right.
Combo breaker.
Jerkmate. I mean.
Well, yeah, y'all mentioned TV shows earlier. The Alien definitely coming out. I'm locked in for that. Also, a great show right now on Apple TV is Smoke. That Smoke is a good show.
Yeah,
so if you haven't checked it out,
buzz.
hell yeah. Also, MTV's The Challenge is back on your stations right now. Billy, how you feel about this season? You checking it out?
I have been. I've been catching up. This D from Miami's a man-eater, huh? She has that big guy going crazy because she was bananas. Spoiler alert.
Right, bro.
Wait, what?
I'm locked in. Yeah. This guy in the house, he liked this girl. Allegedly, they were hooking up. And then as soon as she got to the challenge, she started holding hands with my dog Johnny Bananas and cuddled up. And instead of going down there like a man and just say, "Hey man, it's bothering me," he up there telling everybody in the room, he shaking mad.
Punching
he punched the
walls,
wall,
yeah.
exactly, messed up his hand. I'm like, brothers, maybe you need to stay away from this lady. Maybe they should give you a break from the show because he was going crazy. So yeah, tune in if you're not. Also, you guys mentioned sci-fi movies earlier today. So off the top of the dome, some 5 sci-fi movies that I was thinking of: Butterfly Effect, Terminator 2. Okay.
Sorry, my
You
bad. Go
feel
ahead.
me?
Go ahead.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One was fun. I liked Ready Player
Yeah,
One.
sneaky banger.
Hell yeah. Inception, of course.
Yeah. And I guess it doesn't feel sci-fi, but it absolutely is.
Right. The Edge of Tomorrow.
I want to talk about a sneaky banger. This is
Right.
the most
Top
underrated
5
Tom
titles.
Cruise film ever.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Live, Die, repeat.
And yeah. And Live, Die, Repeat.
no.
That's what we call it now.
Fuck the hell with that. It's always Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is one of the coolest titles for a movie I've ever heard.
Edging
in my life.
Tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Jerk
So
mate.
Jerk mate.